comma, gotta get it, get it.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome back to the Condors Esports facility. It's Monday. It's Monday, right?
Do you hear that? It is Monday.
Okay, and it's very, very spooky. Welcome on in. I'm Leaf, and we got Cope beside me. You spooked out?
I'm so spooked. I'm so terrified, but I'm excited. I'm very excited.
Why are you excited?
Well, a little bit of Condors versus UCF action here, and some Rocket League action. And I mean, Rocket
what
League.
We're doing?
One of the better, well, it's one of the things that we're doing here on our spooky Condors
What
stream.
are all we doing today? I don't know where I am.
Hey, we also got a little bit of Valorant to spook you out later on. A little bit of, crazy headshots. Gonna make you scream later on.
Hopefully.
Well, we'll see.
That would suck if we didn't get a single one of those.
A single headshot? All game? No way. Not with this Condors team.
Yeah,
But
fair enough.
I'm pretty excited for the matchups going on today. Leaf.
What?
What are you expecting from the boys? What are you expecting from the boys?
Unnecessarily angry
It's
at
just
you today.
that's the haunted house
It's
vibe.
just spooky. It was the music. That's what it was. But yeah, no, we got to get to business. Start talking about what's going on today. As you mentioned, we got Rocket League coming up first, and then Val going on later. Our first team up here, Rocket League. I want to let you know the roster has not changed. No, it's the exact same thing. But
What?
in case you've forgotten, let's take another look at it. Okay. The legends, it's Chunk, Rashiel, and 80. These guys have been showing us some nice, well, they've also shown us some whiffs before too, but they've also shown us some nice highlights before. Same squad.
Well, you can't have the good without the bad, and I mean, Coach Hurd is there, hopefully leading them into the good path rather than the bad path, and trying to get them to make less mistakes, as they are a very good team when they aren't making mistakes.
Yeah, no, that's very true. You see them getting all prepped up. These guys, they're out of all of our Condor squads. Sorry to the other Condor squads, but as much as you like to have fun, these guys like to have the most fun. They are probably just the most laid-back squad out there. They know how to get serious when they need to get serious, but they're definitely chill. Look how many snacks on their desk.
Well, speaking of the snacks, they spend pretty much all day there. Like, I see no other team in the hub as much as I see the Rocket League team.
Yeah. And they're all in there quite often. I mean, you've seen it if you've watched the broadcast before. They're oftentimes the rest of our squads are in here hanging out and practicing. But yeah, no, they're in here like probably 90 hours a day.
90 hours a day, all the way until midnight, every single time, it seems like. I mean, I don't stay here that late, and I mean, it's crazy to me. Just like you said, they're casual, they're laid back, but they're dedicated at the same time.
That's very true. I like to imagine, by the way, our Val squad's dancing to this music. But here's here's how things are going so far for our squad. St. Clair, of course, at the top there, 5-0. We're a little bit further down there. Go.
Hey, 4th place ain't bad, though. 2-2, looking to get another win here to get up into that other territory. Mount Union Purple, Lander University, and, of course, as you mentioned, St. Clair.
Yeah.
And then we got to stay out of that 1-3 territory, the Queen's Golden Gales there, too.
We won't be in the 1-3 territory because we're 2-2. We can
That's a
go
good
up
point.
to 3-2,
It's not
though,
how math works.
as we face off against our squad today, the UCF Knights. These guys have faced off against a lot of our other squads so far, and if I do remember correctly, we've beaten them every single time in every esport.
Hey, I mean, that's what I would like to believe with our teams and how talented we are. It's been a good matchup. I almost want to call it a rivalry matchup even between the two schools based on how often we do face off against them. And
we would like to think our rivalry is St. Clair and that we're that good, but they are really good.
They are very good.
Okay, well.
That's all I'll say about that. I mean, Condors, though, hey, getting better every single year, every semester, I want to say, as this is a team that's been together for a long time, and we've seen their dramatic improvements.
Right. Well, we can talk all we want right now, but of course, we like to hear from the squad themselves. I do believe that Mute Chaos is down one of the players on the couch.
I do, in fact, have one of the players on the couch. I have Chunk with me, who holds his microphone kind of strangely. I was saying, it looks like you're going to club someone. You kind of hold it like a weapon.
I mean, I gotta be ready at all times.
For what?
For anybody who wants to, mess us up, who's trying to come up, mess
in case
up our
some of
game.
the other teams come in and try to pick you out.
Exactly.
You're gonna use the
they can send in
microphone?
spies. I don't know.
Okay. Well, sure, we'll go with that.
This is also just how I grab things.
That's so weird. You grab everything like that.
I mean, I just grab things like this.
Okay. Moving on. I don't want to picture that anymore.
What?
So one thing that you and I talk about quite a lot is not actually Rocket League. It's actually Minecraft. And how it ties into Rocket League. Can you explain to everyone how that works?
So a key aspect of playing Rocket League is calming down.
Is
you
it?
calm down, and you just play the game so much better. Minecraft calms you it calms you down like crazy. It's amazing. It does wonders.
I feel like Minecraft calms me down. Rocket League does not.
Exactly. You play Minecraft to calm you down, and then you go to Rocket League, and you're like, oh, I should, take that on.
Then you
take
get
it over.
stressed.
No.
Is
I
it like
just think
a
of
setup?
Minecraft.
Do you do Minecraft and then Rocket League and then Minecraft?
Yeah. That's
Kind
about
of.
it. Yeah.
Any other games?
Not really.
No, just those two.
just those two,
Specifically
really.
those two? Oh my. Well, Rashiel actually told me this in that I think it's Farmstead. You and 80 didn't know about the chickens in there.
The chickens in Farmstead?
Yeah.
Well, he's the
in
first
Rocket League.
he's the first one that showed me it. But I kind of did know that there were other things in different maps. I didn't know about the chickens, but yeah.
Rashiel is saying no, so I don't know about that.
I mean, he's nodding his head yes.
Yeah, but then he'll look at me and he shakes it. So you're giving mixed
He did show
signals.
me the chickens.
Well, anyways, I'm going to now send it back to Curtis and Brody. I almost mixed up the casters' names. Sorry, guys. Curtis, Brody, I'm sending it back to you. Hopefully you got something to talk about.
Well, I mean, your questions you asked probably could have given us some talk about if the answers were of any kind of substance.
Did you hear at the end there? That's just how I hold things. One of the guys making fun of Chunk.
Yeah, it's like I guess he's like an unfinished character in an alpha build of a game where they have one animation for grabbing things.
He's got
like,
that caveman human build.
There's a
Oh,
pizza
no.
right here, but he grabs it like this still and holds it sideways.
Chunk, the real-life Roblox character in our Esports Hub, does use Minecraft to relax and calm down the nerves
Minecraft
sometimes.
sandwich.
That's exactly what I heard.
Not as good as an ice cream sandwich,
I
but
mean,
it is a sandwich regardless.
Highly
You can't-
successful sandwich.
Yeah.
Can't deny that.
That is very true.
And he says that it helps him calm down. As someone who plays a lot of Rocket League, do you find that, calming down and getting in that zone more helps you?
Yeah.
And do you personally leave?
Well, yeah, it definitely. Good question. There's two shoots to go on this one. One is that, yeah, overall, Rocket League in any kind of multiplayer game, if you don't have good anger management, you're having a bad day, it's very easy to get mad real fast. Whenever you're playing with other people and you're not communicating with them, it's very easy to get upset. The other thing, though, is playing calm allows you to think a lot more clearly. You're not going to challenge a lot of those aggressive plays stupidly. Like you're going to be smart about how aggressive you are in making those challs and making sure that they're high percentage challenges rather than just going because you're angry. So yeah, staying calm is very important. I mean, I wouldn't sandwich my gameplay with it. I'd probably be warming up a lot with and you do what you do, right? But I'd be warming up with Rocket League rather than Minecraft. I thought there was going to be some sort of like mechanical crossover, but it's literally just mental for him.
I don't even think... I think he's a keyboard and mouse player on Minecraft and a controller player for Rocket League. I mean, if he was keyboard and mouse on Rocket League, that would be insane. But, you know, yeah,
maybe he plays Minecraft with a controller.
That would be interesting. Lots of slow looking around everywhere, but using that just... especially for Chunk, a guy that's a team captain who probably throws out the most amount of calms in the entire matchup of any player, being able to calm down and put himself in the correct zone. Yeah, definitely one of those things that, you know, is an advantage. I doubt that he's playing Minecraft here in the hub before the game starts, but, you know, it was mostly scrims from what I was watching.
You know, as I mentioned, though, you could see it from them. They are one of the most laid back. From our 80 interview last week to this one here, it definitely, I mean, New Chaos definitely doesn't help keep things railed or like on rails, but they get derailed very quickly. But they're all about fun, and I think that's something that is good about those interviews is you get to see that what I was talking about is, yeah, they're all about chilling. But they do have to lock in now as they go up against UCF Knights. Let's start talking about that matchup because for them, regardless of this being, if they do come in with an upper hand at all, they still have to lock in. I mean, it's very easy to get caught off guard. We've seen them have days where they just don't lock in and they're not playing to their best. And I don't know if it was you that told me you were talking to them and saying that this could end up being a closer matchup.
Yeah, that's what I was being talked about before the game started, is that this is a closer matchup, a 2-2 team, a 1-3 team, of course. But it's both teams that are similar in skill levels. So this was... I was told, expected maybe to go the distance to 5, and so it's going to be on Conestoga playing really, really clean and playing with confidence to, you know, try to avoid that and take an upper hand. It's all about these first 2 games, really, is how quick they could come out and really set the tone. Right.
It's going to be important, especially going forward throughout the rest of the group because they are stuck near the middle, to make sure that they're starting off on a strong foot. I mean, again, it's easy to go into a match, play your match, and just try to work through it as it goes on. A best of 5 is enough time to make those changes. The problem is that it's not a lot of time, say, compared to a best of 7. So I hope that they've been doing a lot of warm-ups. I mean, you know they've at least been in free play. I mean, you can see Rachel in free play right now. Well, they're actually watching the stream, so quickly say some mean things about them.
Well, I did have the pleasure of watching them pre-game, and sadly, 2 1-goal losses beforehand. So they're not getting blown out in their scrims, but, you know, it's going to be on them to lock in here before the game. That's a great question.
Problem.
It was clan matchups at least. That's all I knew, as they were facing 3 guys who are part of another clan. So it was either ranked and they got into a, you know, a club match, or it was regular matchup. Yeah. They were playing good. They had the passes on point. They had, it seems like they had communication. I mean, standing around to them and listening in, it was back and forth. It looks like they were locked, but
they're not locked. They're looking for the interviewer. I know that's what they're doing right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They're looking for that.
They want to save some of those sound bites so they can meme Chunk to death with them. I just hold it like that, you know.
Yeah,
but we'll see. Goal scoring will be the biggest question, I think.
Yeah. Well, I want to go off on a different route here. Actually, talk about why it's important to have a coach as well. Is because I don't see any hurt today. Hurts here today, and this is why they're not focused. Yeah, I told you.
You're right. You're absolutely correct.
I know them too well, man. But it's going to be hard because, like, you obviously have players that like to have fun, especially 80 likes to meme around, and then the rest like to go down that path too. And having someone to be able to step in comms and say, guys, let's lock in, is very important. So I'm hoping someone today, if things do stay close against the Knights, that they are having someone dedicated to locking them in. Obviously, Chunk in the middle as captain is someone you want probably doing that. but whoever it is, you need someone that's going to be. I mean, Herd is probably on comms with them at least in Discord still, but
you would hope
someone
so.
needs to make sure that they stay locked in.
Oh, absolutely, and being able to cut out that silliness, that interesting behavior, it's it's on them to lock in. Like you said, if we're at match 3 and they've dropped a map bad, then it really will be on one of the 3 members. It might not be Chunk, it could be Rashiel. It might even be 80, a guy that likes to have fun. And if he's the one saying let's lock in, that the team's got to listen.
That's true.
So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, we don't have the privilege of being in on their comms, but Coach Herd and the rest of the boys.
I wish we did, but we definitely can't put that stuff on air. That's for sure. Just an update for anyone watching too. We're just waiting on the other squad to get into the field here so that we can play our matchup. A best of 5 is on its way. Well, if they show up against UCF, the Knights, who again I believe we've been able to lock down some dubs against in the other esports. So hopefully tonight turns into the same thing. I'd like to see some gameplay. I don't want to just walk away with an FF win, but I guess a win is a win regardless. But
agreed. And I'm sure that you guys watching, wherever you're watching from, would like to see some Rocket League action. I know I do, just like as a caster, but as a fan, I like this.
Word is out there.
Word's out there.
It's walking around on the street.
I'll out myself. I like Rocket League too.
Yeah, there you go.
I said it. I had to put it out there in the world. I like Rocket League, so I'm hoping we get to watch it. Yes. I mean, as a caster and just as a fan,
Yeah,
we'll wait and see.
I hope there's at least maybe one game. Forfeit after one. Give us at least a little bit. Or let's do a freestyle competition.
Oh, yeah, or a one-on-one tournament.
I would actually judge a freestyle competition.
Oh, yeah? Between the guys?
Between these 3, yeah.
Who would you have winning? Who would your prediction be to win that?
My
pick's 80.
Yeah, 80's likely my front runner for this. If we were to end up doing a freestyle competition. I think they all have the potential. I've seen them all go for flip percent must-see doubles before, but 80 probably, I would edge 80 out. If we're going for like a split of 100% between the 3 of them, I'm giving 80 probably a 40%, and then 30% for the other 2.
Agreed. It's like, I mean, we've seen some huge goals from both Rashiel and Chunk. Chunk with some really nice solo effort goals too. He had a nice OT winner, I'm pretty sure, last week or 2 weeks ago. So that's a guy as well. I feel like Rashiel is also a guy where it's like when he finishes a goal, it's mostly off a pass and he just gets there perfectly. So in a freestyle competition, I wouldn't know. He's my biggest unknown.
Here's a surprise. Because I just got an idea because I think what I heard is that the Knights will have a coach subbing in. So this should end up being a win for us. But that got me thinking, what if we sub Herd in for freestyle? What do you think Herd would win?
Ooh, for freestyle competition? He'd school those young whippersnappers.
Out of nowhere. Well, imagine he's just been grinding. I've never actually seen Herd play.
Me neither. It's only ever been VODs or watching the boys.
Yeah.
He's pretty dedicated to being a coach, and maybe he's just not trying to upscale them, upstand them.
Yeah, he's never shown them what he can actually do. But he did once, and that's why he got brought in as the coach. He's like, watch this. Here's my resume. And then they just didn't understand what was happening. They're like, we need this guy on.
We need him to teach us his ways.
That's what
like the master Jedi he is.
Yes,
sitting
exactly.
at the table there. Absolutely.
So not sure what happened, but so far the squad just has not learned anything
about his Jedi ways. I mean,
they're still terrible.
Wow, just going in on the boys. I mean, you might be singing a different tune after the matchup here. That's all I'm gonna say.
We'll see.
We're getting closer and closer to that matchup, which I like. The anticipation. It's like I'm starting to feel it more and more.
What does it feel like? If you had to equate it to a flavor of fruit.
What
flavor of fruit? Pineapple. Would you anticipate? Oh, pineapple.
Where it's pineapple. I love pineapple too. Where it tastes great, but it slightly hurts.
Oh. It doesn't. Why? I've heard people say that before. Pineapple does not hurt me, and I feel so sorry for everyone else that has
I just battle through it.
Painful pineapple experiences. I love pineapple.
Oh, I love pineapple too. I just battle through it. I don't. It just.
Oh.
The acidity. A little bit of that will get to you, and what's going to get to you right now? Rocket League action.
Yeah, we got game number 1 in our best of 5. UCF is showing up on the field again. We have coach subbing in. I'm not sure. I didn't know the roster beforehand, so I don't know which player it actually is. I'm sure we'll be able to find out soon. Watch their coach again also be their star
Yeah, we were
player.
talking about Herd being a star player for us. We'll see if their coach can, as they're already
Oh
a
my
shot on
God.
net, laser scoring, and that gets past every single member on Conestoga. It looks like they had 3 men back, bro.
No, it's not that it got past anyone. It's that they put it in with a 2-man own goal.
That would make a whole lot more sense.
Yeah, I think Rochelle's laughing.
That's not what I was expecting at all.
I don't know. That's exactly what I was talking. Was I not just talking about how sometimes they start off not the quickest? They'll lock in, but yeah, sometimes they do that.
Just immediately, and I was getting excited. Maybe that's the pain that I was talking about. There's Nano in on net, and Laser, his second of the matchup there. Right place, right time. Look at that play from Nano.
Yeah, no, that's honestly the flip reset up in the air is definitely making the Condors think. Chunk didn't get the challenge. He probably should have. I think maybe he thought he was going to get to the demo before the ball touched. But yeah, he's definitely got to get to that sooner. They got to respect these guys, especially seeing some of these flip resets come out. So keep that ball close on the way out here, and hopefully the Condors move into some offensive action.
Yeah, the skills on display right now from UCF have definitely not been one to underestimate whatsoever, putting most of the pressure on throughout the first minute of this matchup.
Yeah, they've not been able to leave their half of the field. The ball was out for maybe 3 seconds, and they didn't have possession while it was. And now that they finally do move the ball to midfield, they got no boost, but they kept the ball a bit closer, and look, they almost had an opportunity. Second man was playing close like they should, but third man also a little bit close, and that makes them lose that chance that they may have had to set up any scoring lanes.
And right back in the Conestoga zone here is the UCF squad. They got one nice shot on net there. Big save from Rochelle, and he's got no boost, trying to flip that out, but Nano following it up off the wall for the rebound, but missed it there. That was a good opportunity again, as UCF's really taking it to Conestoga in this one.
Yeah, a lot of the time the Condors honestly look like they're giving away a lot of the chances. Again, they're starting to play smart around mid when they get there, but then that last one, that flick, again, we saw from Chunk, gave away possession at 0 boost, and they end up back in their own end. And we do have good, decent mechanics coming out from UCF, but yeah, their shooting chances that they are getting are threatening, and it's forcing defenders to think.
I mean, that's the hat trick from Laser right there. That is the last thing that I was expecting going into this one here, but Laser is just absolutely on a mission to start this one off. It's really a tall order now for Conestoga. Down 3-0, 2 minutes into this one, and that was almost 4 leaf.
Hey, Chunk does have boost on the way out, but he loses it, goes for a bump. No follow-up. There it is, a little late, but the shot somehow makes it in. I guess UCF was just not expecting a shot since they haven't received one yet this game.
I guess not, and that one just found its way home. No one really back for UCF, as they've been playing really aggressive in this one, and maybe that's something Conestoga wasn't expecting going into this.
Well, at least we get one on the board. It shows that we can make our way down the other end of the field, and that might actually be a team at. Do we have a 100% shooting accuracy right now? I think we do. With 2 on the board, I'm fairly certain that's a 100% shooting accuracy for the squad.
For Conestoga currently, Rochelle with 1 shot, 1 goal, 80 with 1 shot, 1 goal. Then you see Chunk there on the left side with 1 save. So you're absolutely correct, Leaf. Conestoga, 2 shots, 2 goals. That's made this one a 3-2 game, and we're 1 away from it being all new again.
Rochelle trying to get that ball into threatening territory. Where's that pressure? There it is. Up top, Chunk is there in the air quite early. He'll miss out on a read on the 50. Rochelle can take this low. Who's going to challenge? Gets a flick over 1, but gets bumped and can't follow it up. Goes for the bump. Follow up by Chunk off the sidewalk. Oh, it might get a doink. That's what I was looking for. No follow up, just sets it down center off the post. You had 2 players there too, and that's going to be a counterattack, of course. I mean, look at this, Cove. You got 2 players there, you got it. You got it.
Yeah, you send both, and that's all about communication. Saying, I got this, you go back, let's send one back. It's a 1-goal game. You're not down 3-0 anymore where you're going to be going all out. You have 2 minutes left in this one. You have a chance to play it a little bit more conservatively, but instead we saw all-out aggression from Conestoga and better defense. I won't even say better defense as it hit off the post originally there, as Conestoga's right back in this one. turned into offense for UCF. But here we are, Conestoga. They've unlocked something here in this.
And of course, Nano is going to be able to clear that one out. That was a decent play, actually, from the Condors. Probably could have scored earlier, but they do manage to keep possession until Nano comes with the inside out. There's a chance, though. A giveaway. Rashiel stays on offense, connects, only 1 goal down.
A mistake just being made here by the UCF defender, and UCF bringing it to Conestoga here, but right back. These are two pretty good teams facing off right now, but both of them making mistakes, and we're finding ourselves in a battle of who can make the least amount of mistakes. That was one of the clearer ones there. Conestoga able to benefit from that, and they're able to continue on with the aggression.
Oh.
Let's see what's happening here as 80 in the attacking zone.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that miss there. Chunk flip reset out center. Rashiel is up a little bit late. 80 has no boost. This is going to be very tough to defend. Yeah, with no boost like that, you're going to get connected on real fast.
Just so back and forth so far, and as soon as Conestoga gets a little piece of momentum, they lose it right back. 5-3 in this one. They still got a minute 30. But that time continues to tick down, and they need to score too. And I mean, it's a taller order. Every single time they get one away, it just slips again.
80 opts for Chunk on the offense. This seems to be something we're seeing a few times here. Is 80's playing a lot more of that anchor this time around. As we see Rashiel and Chunk rocking that offense a little bit more. The ball dropped down. 80 not able to connect with that. A demo is going to open up the space now for UCF. 2 goals up with that 1 minute remaining, and the Condors need to at least get one right now if they want a little bit of time to try to tie things up, but Chunk can't keep possession.
Yeah, the boost game has just not been in Conestoga's favor. It seems like every single time they have an opportunity, no one has boost on it. As we see Chunk here trying to get a clear. He is able to do that with no boost, trying to follow it up and pass it over to Chunk, unable to get a shot on. Rashiel, good play off the wall, keeps it in the zone. 30 seconds left, they have to score 2 again.
Off the backboard, Rashiel sends that one away. 80 will have to leave as well. Chunk trying to get at least a 50, but that's going to be a shot chance. Thankfully, the Condors shut that down. 20 seconds left in front of their net. This needs to be a goal right now. Chunk up into the air. Laser intercepts again. Nano and Laser, I think, are the main roster players here based off of what I've seen out of their play. And with 2 goals left, Cove, I don't think game 1's going in our favor.
Unless we get a miracle here, no sir. But that early strong from Conestoga, immediately going down 3-0. Not what you like to see, but I do like the hustle. I like the resilience. We'll have to see going forward, but you can't go down 3-0. Not like that.
I mean, you can. You just shouldn't.
Well, you got to do better. If you are going to go down 3-0, you got to do better.
Yeah, they again had some opportunities at the end. You see Rashiel's shot count jump up to 6 by the end of it, and hopefully they play a little more like that. There's openings now. As we said, their coach on the squad, Quaffle, is not as threatening as the other two. Nano has been doing a great job alongside Laser in setting up some of those offensive plays, and that's something the Condors are going to have to respect. But they also need to make sure that they're following up themselves. Like, sure, respect that Nano or Laser is going to shut down an offensive play and going to be there. But to respect it, it means you need to be up sooner as well. A few times we've had plays where maybe Rashiel, his second man, could be up a little bit sooner. He's just got to trust that ball's going to get out to him.
Yeah, it seems like going down early rocked the confidence of Conestoga just a little bit. Just enough where those nanoseconds you're talking about ended up mattering more than they should have, and momentum never quite swang back in Conestoga's way. But we'll see what happens here in our second matchup of our best of 5.
Ooh, potentially an early start. No follow-up from the Condors. At least not early enough. Rashiel fly on by. They do keep it around center there. Yeah, back off, Chunk. Save that boost for defense. Rashiel's got your back. Now, 80. That one. Just enough boost to get a flip reset, but it gets shut down.
And then Chunk on the follow-up here, trying to do something met at the roof by Nano, as he's been very good here for this Rocket League squad, but keeping the pressure on. A really nice shot there from Rashiel coming off the wall and making him pay. Look at this one.
Well, that's a good start there. Better than being down 0-3. Thank you for the own goal yourselves, UCF. We gave you one last. It was time that they returned the gift. Now, I do want to mention as well, Scion. I don't know if the Laser just changed his name or if Laser was the coach and now Scion's here. Because I'd be very surprised if Quaffle wasn't the coach,
Yeah,
because
Scion.
Laser should be on the roster.
Because Laser, I mean, an amazing game from Laser, scoring a hat trick, but we just saw Scion there with an amazing move, unable to score the goal, and Conestoga right back on offense. We'll keep our eye on Scion to see how they play.
Oh, good pump. Almost a chance. Scion coming in with the last-second heroics. Flip reset from Chunk now. Where's the follow-up? Second man. Again, Rashil. It's a little bit back, but at least he forced some thoughts, some hesitations out of UCF. But they are down in our own end now.
They'll be on a good clear from Chunk here to get them out. And all three members of UCF up, applying pressure. There's Quaffle playing it around the wall, looking for that cross, but better defense again. Nano on full boost, the man you don't want to see back there with the ball in possession.
Ooh, control there. Flick over one. They're going to work together. 80 puts it to the side. Tries to center out front. Play it slow. Good save from Nano. Again, star player on the squad right now. Ball still in front of the net. 80. Is it going to be able to connect for another? But a center gets read out by Scion.
As that ball just found its way in front of the net. Every member on Conestoga here, very low boost, but a very good play by Chunk there. Kept his composure, kept his calm, and that's what allowed him to get the ball almost in the other zone, but right back into the zone. Nano, the MVP so far for UCF, able to center it for Quaffle, who ends up scoring a goal. The man we thought was the coach ends up putting it in anyways.
Hey, right place, right time. Nano did all the work, though. That 50 beautifully centered right into the slot. And there it is. Quaffle just has to jump into the air to finish that off. Great 50-50 from Nano to get that sent for UCF. They're answered back now, halfway approaching, and we're tied up.
Yeah, 3 minutes here, and it's a whole new game. Yes, it is. That ball landing out front the crease for Conestoga, but Chunk trying to make some plays on this to get it back. And again, we're seeing a lot of back-and-forth matchups. I was told that this thing might go the distance, and here we are in a 1-1 game.
Ooh, Scion in. Can't get it underneath for the flip reset. Opts for the ground pitch instead. Chunk reads it beautifully, but with no boost. Can he do much there in front of the net? There won't be a follow-up from Rashil. He'll just try to at least keep that ball on the offensive for a second while his teammates get boosted up. But that push from Scion down the other end was almost too much to handle. Great center there. Chunk is up off the backboard. Give us the double. There it is, slotted. Beautiful play from Chunk. What control, and the pass as well.
That pass from 80, that's just car positioning at its finest, and you wanted the double. You got it. Look at that. 2-1 Conestoga. Double the goals for a 2-1 lead here. Wow, what an electric play there by 80 and Chunk. Both of them putting on.
No, that's so far the Condors' best goal. If you're making the top three, we'll see if they can connect with some more. Hopefully, again, UCF's play will continue to inspire the Condors mechanically, because we've seen some plays from UCF that show they've been hitting the gym in terms of free play mechanics.
And like you mentioned, seeing that Conestoga is definitely trying to improve their game as well. 80 unable to make the save, though. Good mechanics from Nano to put that thing in, putting in an uncomfortable spot for the last remaining Condor to make a save.
Well, we had a good pass before off a sidewall, and they just followed up with one of their own. UCF bangs that one out center. All that last player has to do is take the shot.
And now it's 2-2. Just like that, immediately. The theme of the game so far is when Conestoga scores, UCF comes right back and evens up the momentum game here as it's 2-2. 1 minute, 30 seconds left. A better situation to be in, but you still. Nails are being bit right now at the Esports Hub.
Good comms there, at least. Rashil was there to clear it away. That center, though, is going to be threatening. Shot was on target. The Condors scramble to get that away, and they're still scrambling to find possession. That ball in front of their net. Good stop off the backboard by Rashil, but again, boost is still something the Condors are struggling for. Now they have a little bit of breathing time. Hopefully they can find something to center it, but of course Nano is going to be there for that.
Last man back, Rashil checking that into the Conestoga corner, and it's going to be up to a smart play to get that out, but unable to. Nano comes in, hits it off the wall, but a little too hard. Conestoga now back on the attack, 45 seconds left. It's 80 with boost in the air, flip reset out front, unable to make the play though.
If he had boost, he actually would have followed up on that and probably put it away. But the Condors' chances fall away. Rashil with no boost can't connect. Chunk With 30 seconds left, gets past one. They go for the demo play. That should be in. And there it is, the lead for the Condors. But there's still 30 seconds on the board.
Hey, sometimes it doesn't have to be pretty. It has to be smart. And that's AD making the smart play, and they're just able to put it in as if it's one of my gold games. That's what's required to put you in the lead, and 30 seconds left. I'm biting my nails now in the broadcast booth. I am nervous. Look, let's see what happens.
Let's be real. If this was one of your goal games, you would have missed that open net.
Another gold
But
goal.
Chunk does not miss open nets, and off the kickoff, a 2-goal lead. That's the cushion they need.
Look at this thing just finding its way through all of the members of UCF, missing that, and finally Conestoga able to score 2 goals in a row. They haven't been able to find that edge, and there it is. Exactly what they needed here. 24 seconds left. A little bit of a chance to breathe. My nails growing right back.
A hard 50-50 for us, resulting in a 4th goal, almost giving it up as UCF on the offensive immediately. 10 seconds left. And I think for the Condors, they got a little chance to breathe a sigh of relief, but it is not over yet. As UCF attacks one final time, 3 seconds left. They're not going to get it. And Condors tie up the series. We're now looking at 1 apiece in this best of 5.
I don't know if you noticed there, but Rochelle chose to keep that thing up in the air. They want to keep playing. They want to keep going.
Rule 0.
Hey, extra practice.
Yeah, Rule 0. Used to be Rule 1. And then Rule 1 became headlocking. But yeah, it's called Rule 0 now. Ball's at 0 seconds, keep it up. And especially if you're up 2 goals, they literally cannot win.
So you might as well. Might as well have a little fun with it, as the kids
it's good
say.
practice. I mean, like, how you play at 0 seconds is much different. Your positioning changes quite significantly because you're playing for fakes. Depending on which team is up and which team is down, you're playing for fakes. You're playing for keep ups. You're playing for close touches. There's a lot of different. You play a lot differently when it's 0 seconds, so it's good practice.
Yeah, and there's no other place really to get that practice in a 3v3 setting, and when there's no pressure really to score or to not get scored on, it's perfect just to keep that ball up and do whatever you can.
Game 3, and the Condors tie things up against the Knights. 4-2 was the second game. It looks like they're a lot more in tune with each other as they start to gain the momentum. It's what we talked about. They always seem to start off a little slow, but lock in for the latter games.
Yeah, 15 seconds into this when they find themselves in their own zone. But look at Rochelle here with a lot of boost and a head full of speed. He comes all the way down, and that one crossed rather riskily, but no one came in and made a play on that. But Rochelle follow-up shot, a big save there anyways by the UCF squad. As wow, that was this has been an interesting start to the game so far, Leaf.
80. Ooh, flip reset. Will they go for the demo? Nah. A little bit scuffed there, but Chunk goes for a side 50-50. Unfortunately, that rockets down to their own end as Quaffle, I do believe, was he on Dominus before? I think these guys keep switching cars.
It looks like it, and we'll see if that works out for them. I mean, 1 loss, and they already change up something. And hey, we'll see if it works for UCF. As Conestoga has won a game, they stuck with what worked, and they're bringing on the aggression here. But a lot of good clears now, both sides getting some good clears, trying to counter the offensive attempts there. And again, 80 able to get back there and clear that thing out.
Quaffle with the ball goes for a clear, but Chunk is there to try to center. Can't get back onto that play. They'll have to try from mid. It locked it down so far. But Nano is going to try to center that out to a teammate. Scion was there. But 80 with boost. Chunk behind him. He should be able to make a play here. Chunk off the sidewall. Keeps that on the orange half. And Rashiel with the shot. Should be saved. There it is. And a pop-up. Keeps 80 from securing that bump. And that's going to go in on the way out. Heads up play. Always think about that physicalness.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he did get the contact here, but a really good shot there from Chunk, and 80 maybe hitting Quaffle out of the way to let that ball go in, and it's a good play there by Conestoga. We are a minute 45 into this one, and that's our first goal. Completely opposite of our first 2 matchups here.
I think physicalness is made up, correct?
Physicalness?
It would be physicality that I'm looking for.
I think so,
Yeah, okay.
but it sounded right enough. You said it with enough confidence.
Well, they're looking for physicality, and it's great. So far, ooh, good play there. Nano cranks that one to the far post, but it is wide. Chunk would have saved it regardless. Center there. And 80 is playing very aggressive now. You see him sharking that offense. Chunk so close as that anchor now. Looks like he's playing that back roll. We have to watch out. Nano's getting tricky here. Dipsy do out center. Demo play themselves, and UCF, they seemingly take one out of our playbook every single time.
Yeah, talking about physicality, they brought it there. Zion just coming in, deleting the last member of Conestoga on defense. And, I mean, Nano, again, star plays being made so far in this one. That was, I mean, I don't even know how to put words to it. That was a really nice play. Just able to avoid everyone playing that keepy away.
Yeah, well, 80 did challenge a little bit. He jumped really early. What's one of their quotes? Don't jump. And they did. And that gave Nano that chance to get around him that with no boost. We have an offensive push here for UCF. Great clear from Chunk. We'll see if they can make something of it. 80 might be able to pop that over. Can't find the slot, but does find the rebound. And the lead again to the Condors.
80 just showing off amazing car control here. When you look at that one, just angling perfectly to knock that down off the post and in, giving them a 2-1 lead. And this is more of what I like to see. Conestoga now doing the answering instead of being answered by UCF.
Pick up the phone. Actually, no, it would be the other way. They have called. They have made the call.
They've made the call, and we have answered the challenge.
No. We called them, and now they have to answer our goals.
Oh, exactly. Now,
yes.
Early.
Pick up the phone. No, don't pick up the phone.
phone.
UCF, do not pick up the phone.
Let it ring as Conestoga trying to clear this one again. And that's one thing that UCF has been able to do. They've been able to answer the call when it comes to just attacking, but making the save. Conestoga right back. They're playing phone tag with each other here, Leaf, and it's going both ways.
Minute 30. Not a lot of time left in this game, but also not a lot of difference in the scoreline. While we are tied up in the series, Condors only lead by 1 goal in Game 3. Chunk is going to try to increase that. He doesn't have boost, but he might be able to pop that up over the top, off the backboard. 80's there for the shot, but of course, it's saved by Quaffle. He got 3 bodies in the net. One of them is likely to connect with it. Rashiel doesn't get the mid boost, but at least does get the 50, and that's going to buy the Condors a little more time down in the offensive half. Let's see how they play it with the final minute on the board.
They have pressure on right now, but 80 on the ball right now. Rashiel is just floating out front there. They do have a 2-1 lead, so they don't have to be going all aggressive with it. It would be smart to keep one back. Chunk, though, no boost. Dude, really nice save there in net Rashiel, and there's another demolition. This one, though, from Conestoga, as they're just trying to keep the pressure on. They're trying to keep everything going on the orange side of the fields, but UCF coming back with the aggression.
They got to watch out, though, because the reason they almost got scored on there, they were looking so hard for their boost steals, and they almost got countered as a result. Sure, it's smart to do, but be careful. Anyways, doesn't matter. They're on the offensive, and with 20 seconds left, they just got to play their game. Do not give up that back half of your field, and you should have this one on lock and put yourselves at match point. There's the final 10 seconds, Cove. And the Condors, if they can hold it, have this on lock.
5 seconds left. That ball is in the possession of UCF. It's off the wall. It is in the air. This is the last chances here, and right off the ground. Conestoga takes a 2-1 lead in our best of 5, and they're a return to form, I want to say. Is that was a clean game, but I do want to ask for just a little bit more. Can you blame me?
Yeah,
2-1 is a nail biter.
I'd ask for a little bit more, but that's when they start giving up silly goals. So for now, play your game. Yeah, if you get us highlights, But for now, play your games because they're again overall in control at this point. Again, I mentioned it. You saw the fact that they were going for a lot of these boost steals, albeit sometimes a little bit too greedy, but they are going for them. They're shutting down any of that chance for counterattack by UCF. You need to keep boost away from Nano. Nano's been that enabler. Every single time there's a goal, Nano's like almost involved all the time. So keep that boost away from Nano. You keep Nano out of the skies, and that's a safe flight zone that you have at that point.
But we'll have to see how the Condors react to that moving forward. They do have a 2-1 lead in the series now after that big 2-1 win. It'll be on them to keep that momentum up, keep the pressure up, and not let the foot off the gas pedal here as we're 30 seconds in, and Condors have been putting majority of the aggression on. We'll see what they can do here. 80 on the clear attempts, or the cross attempts, but no one was there to really make anything happen. But hey, look at that. The aggression is just nonstop right now.
No, it's good to see. And 80's been playing a very close second man, which has been good. He started off playing a little bit more of that third man role, but we're seeing him get involved in offense a little bit more ever since game number 2. And I like to see it. Almost a giveaway there from the Condors. Thankfully, Nano very far back trying to get boost. Isn't able to keep up that pressure on our half. And the Condors have another opportunity to break out.
Yeah, getting tons of demolitions now. Something that we didn't really see in the first 2 matchups from Conestoga, but that's going to change for them in the last one. Physicality coming out and the ball going back on the orange side. Sion trying to make a play, but showing huge defensive effort.
Yeah, great save from Chunk. Sion almost had the opportunity there. 80 does get a second touch while Nano's defending that backboard. Thankfully, he's been pressed to stay on defense for quite often. The second he gets up there on offense, though, and starts being that playmaker, it can be trouble. So we have to keep him on that back half. There he is at mid, though, and great catch from Rashiel over the top. 80 looks for the bump, but no connection, and they'll try again from the side.
Again, just keeping the game going and keeping it in this orange side. Conestoga staying on the attack. Throughout the first 2 minutes of this one, we've had a few opportunities there. The ground pinch from Rashiel, just unable to get on net, but it was pretty, and that's for sure. And as you say, every single time the ball comes into this blue side, Conestoga's been able to be on the counter.
So far, all it takes is one mistake. What a great fake. I love the idea. I love the play. That looked great from the Condors. Unfortunately, shot just a little bit wide. It was a tight, narrow spot to try to slot that in anyways, but it's a good heads-up play. Great comms.
You gotta respect the attempt as they're really starting to get aggressive, and their game is really starting to come out here, more so than it was before. But, you know, UCF, while they have been on the defensive, they have been able to maintain their net so far. No goals scored, 2 minutes, 20 seconds left to go in this one.
Chunk clears that up. That's great, because on the way back, we also got that mid boost. So it is going to give 80 a chance just to buy a lot of time for Chunk to respawn and get them back into offense. Ooh, Chunk, does he have someone? He sees Rashiel far side, so he goes for the solo play. Both 80 and Rashiel back off, knowing that that probably wasn't going to turn anything good for them. And 80 and Chunk with boost. Think about the best play to move out.
Yeah, just cleared it out, cleared it deep, as this has been a very comfortable spot for Conestoga so far, having the ball on this orange side. It is coming back on their net, but they've had that third man back, that anchor, that rebound attempt, but unable to get to it. The UCF side is there. Now on the attack, Rashiel, good positional save there to clear that thing out. Conestoga, their backs against the wall really for the first time here, but right back on the counter. We'll see what 80 can do here with a little bit of boost and an opportunity, but unable to get to it.
Yeah, Chunk over top, though. Great third man in, and they keep the play alive, but great defense yet again from Nano. Puts it back to midfield. Condors have really locked in that midfield now. They've been doing a great job with their boost steals and doing a great job by putting threatening shots on net. They got to watch out, though. That's going to be a chance, thankfully, the shot wide.
Really good tip there. I think that was by 80 just to send that above the net, as that really could have spelled trouble if Conestoga couldn't put any defense on it and leave it 0-0 with 1 minute remaining. This is anyone's game right now.
Yeah, we speak to how well they're doing, but they definitely still need to get a goal if they want to win. They almost had a chance there. That would have been absolutely nutty, taking over a top one spot if they connected with that angle, but they didn't. Look at that touch out center, though. Rashiel and 80 working together. Rashiel got shut down. Now it's 80 off the ceiling. No boost, but he's still threatening. And look at that. The opponents are respecting it because they've seen now what the Condors can do with that bump. Forces an own goal out of UCF.
The physicality. You just love to see it there. Chunk with some solo efforts. Rashiel following it up. And look at this. Right there, the bump, as you said it. I mean, physicality for days here at Conestoga. What a play.
No, they're always looking to stay engaged and stay in the play. They're not just looking to get out immediately, get boosted up for another front-end attack. They're looking for anything to do, even on the way out. But it's not over yet. Final 15 seconds. Condors at match point could lock it in if they can hold on to this goal. But UCF on the offensive. That ball centered out there. Nano's on it, but he's a little bit close. We clear it down the other end. Sion gets the touch, but UCF will have to keep this one alive if they want to go the distance here. Chunk playing it low, put it down, and Cove, we got a big old dub here for the Condors.
And without it being tight would have been an understatement, as that thing went down to pretty much 1 goal games for every game, but pulling it out right at the ends there. Calm under pressure. Conestoga Esports, the winner in this one.
Yeah, nice. They turned it around. I love it when I'm right, though. I said they're going to start slow because they always do. And then they lock in with momentum right after that. Yeah, dropping that first game, it definitely didn't look pretty in the first half. I didn't think it would last, though. You look at what was happening, you're like, okay, they're giving way too much space and respect to their opponents right now. They need to take control. Once they had that momentum, even halfway through that first game, they almost brought it back. But yeah, from there on out, they just locked in. They looked for that physicality. After game 2, 80 got involved on offense a little bit more, and things looked good all around. I mean, they had control.
The physicality especially is one of the biggest difference makers. Is the goals just started to get a little easier for Conestoga, and the pressure started coming a little less as they started to bump up the physicality, and they started to put a little bit of fear in UCF. In that first game, like you were mentioning, they were giving them space, so UCF was taking it and laughing, and they were playing with no fear, no hesitations, and as soon as Conestoga started to put their game plan in effect, it was over pretty much as they took the last 3 matches.
Yeah, that puts us at, I believe, was it 3-2? 3-2 at this point in our standings, which is good. UCF down to 1-4, so they're not going to be able to catch up to us at this point. And again, it's still that middle of that pack. It's trying to reach the top, which is hard when you have 2 other teams that are 5-0 and 4-0. You know, those teams seem to be expected to stick at the top at that point. Especially because I believe we probably played them. I'm
pretty sure
at this point.
I'm pretty sure those might be our 2 losses.
Our 2 losses. I wouldn't be surprised. So hopefully we can shut down the rest of the groups. Maybe hit a 3rd place position. But yeah, it's tough when you got teams like St. Clair sitting in your groups.
I mean, yeah, and it's all tests. That's how I like to view it. Is no matter how good the opponent is, it's up to you how you respond to that. And as a fan of a lot of sports teams that are good but play bad against opponents, on any given night, anything can change. And in a playoff situation, if Conestoga is able to get into a situation like that, I'm not too sure. But if they would, I have confidence in this team. But they got to be able to not use that first match as a warm-up game, so to say. Like, it's almost like they're feeling out the opponents every single time.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a best of 5. That was a best of 7. We're going to have a little bit more Rocket League.
I saw Rocket League actually booting up again, and I was like, wait, are we going back in? It's not over. We didn't win.
Go.
No, I really hope we didn't jinx it with production.
We would have cast cursed them.
Oh my God, can you imagine?
They might come in here and storm it. And
we didn't do anything.
We talked about it.
Go beat up production. Hey, I'm down for some more. We're still at match point though.
Oh, absolutely. We're up 3-1.
Yes, 3-1. So it could be over soon.
Could be, but I mean, we've been playing some really good Rocket League. 3 straight matchups of big wins. Well, I say big. 3 straight matchups of needed wins is definitely gonna. Oh, I really hope that doesn't affect momentum moving forward. I mean, having that time off. I mean, does it get in their heads? We'll see. I guess, but Leaf, has a situation like this mid-series, just large pause, has this happened in your experience? And
what, like this, where we leave?
Yeah, where we leave and then we all have to reconvene again midway through a match where they thought, well, I don't know if they thought it was over, but we did definitely.
Yeah, well, I think they were still playing. Thankfully, well, we had someone in the lobby too, because we wouldn't be able to watch the final game if we weren't.
Yeah, that would have been too bad here. Is it definitely? It looks like they've scored the first one here. 2 minutes 30 seconds left.
Yeah, we definitely. Oh no. Uh-oh. That's a Rocket League sin. Don't join the lobby when it's in mid-game. It causes leg spikes.
Well, hopefully that won't affect the players here as Conestoga sending that one all the way back into that orange UCF zone. Good defense there from Nano to break that thing up. It's Quaffle 80 back on the defensive zone. They'll see if they could do anything to clear that out. Nano, though, with full boost. Not the man you want to see in this situation with boost on his car and a little bit of style in his step.
Yeah, that was a decent little pop there. It didn't turn into anything. It went a little too high, but sometimes you get surprised about how much power these cars can get. Rashiel is just going to take a freebie there. Scion, not the touch you want. Centers that right up for us. Nano, not the player you also expect to miss it. I think he thought we'd be up a little bit sooner, so he went for the 50-50 down, but we were there a little bit later than he expected and just slotted it past.
And, hey, that's what you'll take in this situation as I think back-to-back, well, one mistake and then one misplay ends up having the ball in the UCF net, and I mean, that's been the theme of the night so far, is just teams making mistakes leading to these goals, as every single matchup has been super tight so far here. 1-1 here, 1 minute 30 seconds left. 3-1 series, so this means everything here for Conestoga if they're able to take this.
Yeah, we didn't start with the lead like we did our last wins, but hopefully we can stick with this. That's up front. Threat's not over yet, but a great 50 from 80, and with a lot of boost, he might be able to work this out for one of his teammates there. In front of the net, 80s. Trying to get some demos as well. Out front, there's the shot. Chunk. I love the close second manning going on for the squad.
It's just been so efficient so far, and it's working out. It's a question of why they hadn't been doing it since game 1, and hey, once they started doing it, it's been paying off. 2-1, 2 quick goals for Conestoga there, and maybe it was just we had to be watching them for them to score.
Maybe that's what it was.
That's
We're back. You're welcome.
As they just need a little bit of commentary to get them hyped and ready to go. I'm not going to go that far. They just need to lock in a little bit, and locked in they have here. It's a big play by Chunk going in at the net here. 80 with the follow-up, and they locked in absolutely here. A little bit of time off. Maybe they need a little break. Who's to say, but there's 45 seconds left. They've taken a 2-1 lead, and Chunk on net. Good defense there, following it up. That's Nano.
Yeah. I liked the attempt from Chunk. The 50 to try to at least put it in net, but the solo plays there starting to look pretty good. They got to watch out, though. Threatening attack now. You saw those defenders getting smacked around. 20 seconds left, and you're going to see a lot more of those plays coming up from UCF as they get desperate. They have to do high-risk plays. Condors, play it smart. Final 10 seconds is approaching, and only one goal up. This is not over yet. That's going to be slotted in front of the net. Watch out the plays. Everyone is sharking. I told you high-risk plays. They had to go for it. Condors can't get the final one, but they can hold off the attack. And now, officially play the winner graphic. Because we did it this time. Now it's true.
Now we're not.
Now we are winners.
We are not spreading misinformation over the internet anymore. Big win from the Condors Esports team, and 4 straight there. The gentleman's sweep, if you will. When you give them a game to be happy about, we sweep them anyways.
We call that the Spaceman sweep.
The Spaceman.
Yes.
That's what it's called in esports scene.
It's just Rocket League.
Oh, just Rocket League. Okay, understandable.
One of our commentators, Spaceman, Sean Rogers, he called a series a sweep after the first one had been given away, forgetting that they had lost the first one. It was not on purpose. It was a mistake. So everyone decided to rub it in. And it's now called the Spaceman Sweep.
And so it's the Spaceman Sweep right there from Conestoga, giving them the first matchup there, losing 5-3, and then every single one after that as close as it can get.
Yeah.
Squeaking away with a huge win there.
Yeah, no, it's we got 2 wins. We won the best of 3 and the best of 5 and the best of 7.
And that's something that they could take.
We won the best of 3 as well.
Absolutely, yeah. We were up 2-1.
3 dubs today.
We were up 3-1 and then 4-1. That's what you like to see from Conestoga. We'll see if they could keep making it. Maybe 4 dubs as Valorant later on tonight.
That's true. Valorant is coming in a little bit here. So what we're going to do is we're going to stretch our little legs. Look at those little things. We're going to stretch them out, walk around real quick. But we're back in just a few moments. I believe like maybe 10 minutes from now. Not even, maybe 5, something like that. Either way, look at the timer that's going to be in the top corner of the screen. And we'll see you on the other side of the break.
Condors Esports is innovating intercollegiate gaming in Ontario and beyond. We've built a community where you can compete, play, and work in a dynamic program accessible from all campuses.
Condors Esports is more than just gaming. Here, you'll find empowerment and inspiration in state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest technologies and unwavering support.
We are varsity athletes, turning victories into championships as high-performing gamers.
We are relentless, constantly pushing our limits and pursuing excellence through every match.
We are Condors. Gaming connects us on campus or online, all through best-in-class equipment.
We're building a foundation of experience, powered by our passion, in developing skills that drive personal and professional success.
We are eager students, transforming our dreams into careers in dynamic and emerging industries.
Condors Esports goes beyond gaming, fostering enduring friendships, unforgettable experiences, and meaningful connections.
This is your chance to transform your passion for video games, esports, and technology into something impactful. Learn how Conestoga is introducing Condors Esports to your campus and connect with fellow Condors striving to soar.
We
are Condors.
Gotta get it.
Condors Esports is innovating intercollegiate gaming in Ontario and beyond. We've built a community where you can compete, play, and work in a dynamic program accessible from all campuses.
Condors Esports is more than just gaming. Here, you'll find empowerment and inspiration in state-of-the-art facilities equipped with the latest technologies and unwavering support.
We are varsity athletes, turning victories into championships as high-performing gamers.
We are relentless, constantly pushing our limits and pursuing excellence through every match.
We are Condors. Gaming connects us on campus or online, all through best-in-class equipment.
We're building a foundation of experience, powered by our passion, in developing skills that drive personal and professional success.
We are eager students, transforming our dreams into careers in dynamic and emerging industries.
Condors Esports goes beyond gaming, fostering enduring friendships, unforgettable experiences, and meaningful connections.
This is your chance to transform your passion for video games, esports, and technology into something impactful. Learn how Conestoga is introducing Condors Esports to your campus and connect with fellow Condors striving to soar.
We
are Condors.
Oh, look, you came back. How very kind of you to do that. That means they're Condors fans, not just Rocket League fans, because they stayed with us to join.
Absolutely.
Or we just had a full over turnover. Either way, we didn't turn over. I'm still Leaf, and you're still Co.
We are still here rocking it with you and buzzing after a huge Rocket League win over UCF.
I got to say, I love this spooky music.
I mean,
This is great.
It's getting me in the vibes.
We do need to get the cleaners in.
We do. This is just brutal around here.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm shocked I haven't been sneezing all day with all these cobwebs in here and all the dust. I mean, this is just a spooky place.
It is very, very spooky right now, but that's not what's important. We got to start talking about our Val squad, so let's take a look who's on the team. I don't know about you guys, but we have watched this squad for quite some time. Again, they're pretty solid. They know what they're doing out there. They do have Coach Rajante behind them, but the foundation of these players is so good. To be honest, while comms are important, they probably could walk through a series like this and just win it.
Well, last week we actually saw audio difficulties.
It was Non,
Non's computer, where he just didn't have comms, and guess who won? Conestoga still.
We did, although Non definitely had to take a bit of a back seat when it came to how involved he was in the plays, which is not generally what you want from your entry fragger, right? Like, he's your duelist. He's got to be that guy getting in, trying to get one kill, getting you that information.
But what I will say is that they strived anyways. They were able to win anyways, and like you're saying, is that mechanical skill, that foundational level, it's there for Conestoga, and we're lucky to be able to see it because, you know, it's satisfying. For me, at least. As someone who plays Valorant, not very well, it's very satisfying for me to watch. So, I mean, these guys are the best. And then our new addition as well. I love to give a shout-out to Willie, who came into the team this season, and he's just been excellent.
He's been doing real good for the squad, and you can see it in the results to 4-1 in the league with only University of Maryland ahead of us.
Yeah, and we're doing pretty good right here. Second place, 5-1. I'm not sure if we faced Maryland or not, but today.
I wonder if that's it, because here's the hard thing about all these esports. We have played a University of Maryland before. Yep. I just can't remember if it was this.
But we'll see here as this is Illinois, I'm pretty sure, Eastern Illinois, if I'm not mistaken. They were 7th in the standing there. I could be completely wrong there, but we'll have to wait and see for the
based off what you were telling me, this is probably our squad, because you were mentioning that the team maybe is expecting a 2-0 here. Can you please tell me where that came from? Who was the source on that?
That came from production. So
okay, cool.
The team's been very just
reliable source. Okay, good.
Oh,
so
very, very
should
reliable
be.
source. The same source that gave me the Rocket League game was going to be tight, which it went 5 games out of 7.
All right.
So we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully 2-0.
Yeah, hopefully.
I mean, those last Rocket League games were very close, but we do have it. What is that we're hearing? What is that we're hearing?
I'm getting word in, if I'm hearing correctly, that we do have a field report going on in the middle of a tornado. It's monsoon season. Let's see how it's going down in the interview couch.
What if I interview you for this? What if I stood up?
You want to interview me?
Yeah, just like, welcome back.
You definitely can. Go ahead. Welcome back.
Is it starting?
Yeah, right now. Go. Welcome back.
How are you feeling for this match?
Very great. I feel very positive we're going to win.
Oh, I forgot. Introduce yourself.
Oh, yeah. What's up? It's Mute. This is Non. Now, is it Non or Nan?
It's Non.
It is Non? Okay. Yeah. I'm going to double check it. Put it in your books. Remember it. Now, okay. I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to annoy you. Do you want to be annoyed?
Not really.
Okay. Well, then, it is our first time talking, so please introduce yourself to me and just everyone watching. What's your position?
Okay, what up? I'm Non, and I play the duelist, or the chamber for the team. I pretty much just run it down.
You run it down?
Yeah, I just hold W and just expect the best.
Just no stopping.
Yeah, no stopping.
No stopping and headshots, because you get a lot of headshots.
Yeah, I pretty much tape my W key down. I don't even need to hold it anymore.
You just put like your mouse over top of it.
Yeah, I'm just like perma pressing it.
Well, how are you feeling about the match?
I feel
going into
good.
it?
You know, I'm not lagging. My comms are working finally.
Finally.
Yeah, and new mouse, so new me.
Ooh.
We'll see.
Have you used the mouse yet, or are you comfortable?
I used it last week on Tuesday on our off stream day, so no stream, but we had a game.
That's good at least.
Yeah, first time using it. This is the second time using it, so we're good.
So if we lose today, we're blaming your mouse?
No, we never blame the mouse. No excuses. We're not even going to lose. No thought of that in my mind.
Fair enough then. Well, I know you guys still want to get warmed up, so I'm going to let you get back to that.
Okay.
We're going to see if we can grab someone else possibly later.
Later?
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll talk about it.
I think Kevin's a really nice guy. We should interview him.
Okay, Kevin's on the list, top of the list right now,
Yeah.
but I'm going to send it back to Brody and Curtis to talk more about what's going on.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I love the catching him off guard too. It's just like, can I do the interview? We didn't get him to do it. He only got one question out.
He should have done more. It would have been great.
Yeah.
But, you know, we did get some good, juicy information. New mouse, new non.
Right.
We'll see.
Although we didn't get what mouse.
Good point.
I'd like to know, what's he rocking right now? Well, maybe we can, if we could just zoom in, we can I don't know if I know my mice.
I don't know my
well
mice
enough.
one
I
bit.
know some of them, but we could at least probably pick up the brand. A little flex from him as well. I think.
Yes, love to see
So that prediction of 2-0 that you had sourced from production might be right. I think their attitude is a little indicative of how this match might go when they go into this one, because generally, if you're feeling loose like that, while we do know the squads like to have fun, I do think that this kind of loosey-goosiness is usually preceding a complete stomp.
It's the confidence. It's confidence at the end of the day. And when you feel that secure about yourself, you're able to go out there. You're able to host an interview as a player and jokingly ask if our very own Mute was going to be playing today and how excited she was for the matchup. So when you have that kind of vibe, I mean, not to say that they're not locked in. This is one of our more locked in teams generally, but today they're definitely feeling upbeat, so to say. I mean, that's one of the words I would use. Loosey-goosey as well.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see what happens in the matches, of course, as anything can happen. Anything can happen.
But at this point, I'm probably going to side with them just based off body language alone. Is it possible for us to get a zoom in on Nan? We have to look at. We have to do work first.
First, our job as we get through our ban phase. Haven and Pearl out of here. We don't have to see those today, but we do have Split. The UCF pick is Split. It's been so long that we've seen Split, so I'm very excited to see that. Condors pick Bind, and the decider will be Sunset, another map we hardly ever see as UCF banned Ascent, maybe knowing that Conestoga would have liked that to be the decider pick.
Oh, definitely. And throughout these maps, we're going to rock defense, attack. So I kind of like being, I mean, we've talked about this a little bit before too, but I do like attack side in general to set the pacing. But defense is nice because you kind of get to go on to attack already with rounds under your belt, you know?
Oh, yeah. And it's always that, I mean, in hockey, you have to shoot out. There's almost like a lot of teams want to go second because they want to be able to put that pressure on and end the game themselves. Whereas on defense, you're kind of just like, you can only end the game when the opponents decide to, let you end the game. They can wait the whole way out and just stall and play time. Whereas on defense, we'll have to wait and see. I'm very excited to see Split. This is not I don't think we've seen Split yet this semester. It's got B site with the rope, and it's got A site with Heaven, and a really fun mid game. I'm so excited to see in this one.
Maybe we haven't.
I'm going through my memory. We've seen a Haven matchup, which almost always gets banned, and for good reason.
Is that the one with the rope over the top, like the horizontal rope?
The horizontal rope is Icebox.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, but this one is on B site. You have a rope that goes straight up into the Heaven area, and then you got that big pillar in the middle of B site. And then on A site, you've got to go in and then attack on the right. Really fun map. One of my personal favorites just from playing Valorant since 2019. And I'm really excited to see how the Condors team, I mean, I'm sure they practice on it a lot because it's one of the more popular maps, but it's not one they've ever really picked.
Yeah, and it might just be a chance to get extra practice on it too. But the thing is, like, it's hard to go into a series if we know it's going to be a complete stop and say and mirror the like, oh, I'm excited for it, because like it's not going to be the same kind of gameplay that we would usually. We'll see domination, of course, but it's not going to be the same as like them being pushed to their limits and having to adapt, right?
You're absolutely correct with that. But as someone that grew up playing Team Fortress 2, a game that just rewards you for dominating your opponents, I'm a little excited. I won't lie to you. I love watching these guys click on heads better than 99% of the population.
Well, it sounds like that's probably what's going to end up happening here. The curious question you got to ask, the curious question you have to ask though is, are they going to go for some oddities in their picks? That's what I'm curious. Or are they just going to rock what they're used to try and see if they can just get this over as quick as possible, right? Like, do you expect any oddities?
I gotta mention that off of the interview we saw there between Mute and Non, is that Non said he was the chamber player for the team when typically he plays Jet, he'll play Raze, and so I'm curious if he's gonna bust out chamber on this map.
Yeah.
Kip playing Astra, someone that we've become very familiar with, and Non on Raze right now. We'll wait for the lock-in. We got Clove at the bottom of the screen there. I can't quite read the name, but
looks standard stuff so far. I mean, obviously they're not locked in, but
Silly Shadow on the Clove there, of course. Willie looks to be picking Sky. Non on Raze, not Chamber. So not so much an off pick so far. As you're mentioning, this looks pretty standard.
Maybe map 2, you try something crazy, right?
Because it's your own map.
Yeah, and also you have a better indication of like how a series, like if you go in trying to troll right off the bat, then it's like, that's not a good idea.
And it sets you up for failure. No matter how good or bad your opponents are, they're here for a reason at the end of the day. They had to try out. They had to make the team. Yeah. And so you can't take anything really for granted when it comes to that level. It's collegiate esports at the end of the day. I tell you this right now, I couldn't try out and make the team, but
that's very true.
We'll see. Damn, it's disrespectful, right?
You said it.
I did. I will. I'll be real about it. I'll out myself. Maybe not the most locked in they've ever been, but you know.
Well, it's always one of them on the squad that's doing this. It's silly today. I mean, they're still chatting. They're still chatting away about the match coming up here. But yeah, so a lot of times it was Kip that was just like had descended into the depths of the 9th realm of the underworld.
Just the absolute lounge on display.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it here. Maybe even nap time before the game starts.
Maybe. But
snapping up to his computer.
You know pistol round's just about to start when you see that, right? That was funny. Just it's like, oh, game time. Oh.
Go lock in.
It's like you come back from going to the bathroom and forgot that you queued. You're like, oh, I'm in a game.
And here we are. Conestoga on defense to start this one off. It looks like a lot of the I got to remember, Illinois team going over to that B site to start off this pistol round. And here we are, 10 seconds until we get a little bit of Conestoga Condors Valorant action.
Yeah, we'll find out again. Pistol round's probably going to get an indicator of how things are going to go forward here. Can we walk away with a quick little flawless? Then can we do it in round 2, 3, and 4? Then we might know that we're in for a good little landslide win. But quick push there for the attackers.
Yeah, not what I was expecting based off the pregame, but it works out well for them. Pomo going right up to that heaven spot and really catching Conestoga off guard. Ooh, they're coming out with an aggression here. The pistol on display here from Illinois State University.
Yeah, well, now they're going to wrap back over to A site. They just got a couple kills around mid. They know that B site's probably not safe to push at this point. Yeah, you see the whole squad rocking their way over there, and another one picked. Kip this time is down, and a flawless on the side that we did not expect.
Yeah, we were talking about clicking heads, and I was told by production that this might be close, and coming out now hot and heavy is this Illinois team. That smoke up, stopping Willie there, and there's no reason to save, so we'll see what Willie can do here. 3 squad members there from Illinois watching that. Willie does know at least one. Gets 1.
Oh my
gets
God.
2. Gets 3.
My God.
They're just getting mowed down here, and there you go. A 2v1 is not impossible. But when you walk right into a headshot,
I mean, you know, as the defenders, you just lose 3 players. Yeah, keep your crosshairs trained. Keep the others safe. Yeah, that was a good little 3-piece, though, to start things off. I mean, not bad going to the second round, especially since you just lost that pistol round. You need a little extra if you can get it.
A little bit of momentum never hurts, and especially taking out 3 members of the other team. You know, that's an advantage that they're not getting out of that round. And we'll see how it plays out. And, of course, that does help Willie a lot in the economic situation there. Each kill is worth some money. And so we'll see how they respond here. Definitely going to be a difficult round for Conestoga. And another mid-push here. A really good blinds, but Yang able to get huge kills with the judge. Poma with a double as well. And now it's just Kip, as that did not work. They went for the counterattack. Just unfortunately, the counter got countered.
That was deadly. Now it's Kip to try and bring the clutch around here. He is following up behind the rest of the squad as they go in. He got a little bit of information, so he does know that a player is around the corner there, at least thinks, as that player did drop down onto site. With Spike down, Kip has a lot of work ahead of him.
Yeah, Cypress decides that you're not going to do any of that work. I'm just going to let you clock out now, immediately ending Kip's day. And, I mean, with just the classic, not much to do. But here we go. Conestoga has the weaponry you like to expect. Phantoms, Vandals coming out. And this will be the rounds that I expect Conestoga to start clicking on heads. And if they lose this round, then, you know, it's going to take some serious communication, some serious strat discussion to come out.
Yeah, I'm curious what went wrong in those first rounds. I mean, we saw it. Are you sure that they didn't predict 2-0 for the opponents?
Ooh, I hope not. I mean, we looked at the standings before this, and that's the thing about Split, is that if you're able to take mid, this map just opens up completely for you. And this is something I try to convince my friends, is if you go with pressure, you can beat them. But if you wait and you stall, the enemy defense will be able to, you know, counter that. And what we're seeing here is that Illinois, no hesitancy, no breaks, going right in and taking B site. They're all the way in heaven. No one even on site for Conestoga except for Kevin, able to get one headshot there. That was huge, and they're going to be able to retake heaven. They have a chance, but the spike is going down.
Yeah, they're spiked, planted. Condors have at least evened things up. So the retake isn't quite out of the question, but obviously at a bit of a disadvantage trying to move on to that B site. They come in high and get shot. There's the 2v2 though, but quickly the Condors disappear off the board. Palmo right now and Yang. Those two players have been the key stars for our opponents, and we really need to shut that momentum down.
Yeah, just talking about holding W non before the game, and that's what Illinois has been doing. As soon as they got site control, and as soon as they've been getting control of any part of the map, their crossfires have just been excellent, have just been on point completely.
It's those early picks that are really doing them wonders right now. Condors need to take note of this and try and get those picks themselves. Try is something that's easy to say. Following through and doing is the next question. But again, going for that split push, they'll find their options probably when they get that first pick.
Yeah, just mid. And I don't blame them one bit for having the control of the map like that. Conestoga had no one watching mid the entire way, and they're able to come all the way up. Cypress able to get the first kill on the lurk, which is especially bad for Conestoga. You can't be losing members of your squad, not even in the fight. And now they know that one team member's down. They're able to go to A.
They're going to get that early pick, and then they're going to move on the site that they get that pick from. And there it is on to A site. Yang again, a thorn on her side. They get the spike plant with only 3 Condors left. The strats that we're seeing from our opponents pull out right now are definitely finding themselves a little difficult to overcome.
This was not what I was expecting at all, Leaf. Just taking it to Conestoga fully. Weaponry not in their favor. The man disadvantage for Conestoga. It's a 5-on-3, 5-on-2 now as Pomo gets a kill. Pomo gets 2. And it's just up to Willie. You ever get that feeling of deja vu?
Our intel was incorrect. We had a double agent amongst our ranks.
I have officially spread misinformation over the internet. Unfortunate. 4-0, but hey.
Put him in the gulag.
Right to it, and I should probably go with him.
No, this is the right. I want to call out. This is the right time to call a timeout. Yes, abso-freaking-lutely. Shut this down. I mean, this can't be happening. If this is a team that they were expected to win against, then this isn't good. And I have noticed, to be honest, just some of the shots too. It just felt like warm up wise they might be a little bit off, but strats wise even too, they're just not they're not reacting quick enough to these early picks. I mean, so far, they've done the same thing over and over again. Obviously, we're only 4 rounds in a row, and it looks like things might change coming into the next one. But the Condors do need to find a solution, because 4 rounds in a row is no bueno.
Not at all, and you're completely correct. This is the exact time to make this timeout call and try to get yourself back into this one. Yang and Pomo, like you mentioned, going off right now for the Illinois team, and for Conestoga, 4 straight rounds of the same stuff. No changes really made in their defense. I mean, they completely just neglected mid in that last one and just let them take it, and it didn't work out. And again, it is the Illinois map pick. It is the Illinois side that they want to be on.
Right.
And it's something that Conestoga, I don't know how much they practice split, because I'm not privy to that information, but I know that we have barely played split in these matchups here, but maybe that's what we needed. Maybe the timeout was necessary, as we got the spike down, immediately picked up there by the Rays, and rotates back over to mid, but Conestoga able to get that first kill. That first pick that you have been saying is so important.
Oh, it's absolutely crucial, because it dictates how the rest of the match is going to go and where these attackers are going to end up. And this is great, though. Again, that early pick, although we get traded back, we do have a hurt Rays on our opponent's side of the field. And it looks like they're going to start to run their way over to A site. Condors might start to have a little bit of information on that now as they spread the information to the rest of the squad.
That's the thing about giving up that mid control, is that they're able to go B to A to B to A with no difficulty, pretty much, as they've already exploded onto site. Yang is getting that plant down, and Conestoga now is going to have to play the retake game. You do have the rocket ability there from Non, ended up picking up 1 kill. Silly Shadow stalking Pomo and getting the kill as well. Kip with a headshot, and everything's going down for Conestoga. It is just Cypress left, able to take down Kevin. A little bit of a mirror match up there. The Chambers going after each other. And there it is. Silly Shadow able to get the last kill there on Cypher. Conestoga on the retake game, losing everyone but one.
I was wondering if that would be a strat we'd see Silly Shadow coming up with that flank, because what we've seen previously is that player that's going solo over onto one of the sites to try and get one of those early picks. You could start getting around behind them if they keep doing that same thing, which they're going to do again, right? Now the Condors, sure, it looks like there's a game plan that worked a bit, but the Condors might be able to start to figure this out. If they can just shut down that mid and shut down that flanker that's rocking over at A site, they could turn this around very easily.
And here we see them, a different look. They're trying to shut down the top of mid, and not quite exploding up mid here is Illinois. They're going quietly. They're not revealing their position to Conestoga, but Conestoga knows that, this has been their game plan. The battle buddies going out there from both teams' races, trying to just incite some type of violence, and there it is. Silly Shadow getting the first one. Yang ended up getting Silly Shadow, of course, using that Clove ultimate. Coming back out, needs to get a kill and an assist. There's Non with a kill. There's Silly Shadow with a kill. There's Non with a kill again. Make it 2. Huge kills. It's just Cypress left in this mid here.
And they got bombed down there as well, too. So they're in a pretty good position to be able to lock this one. I don't think that Cypher's getting out of this alive, to be honest.
And the gun barrel has been spotted. The shot on Non wanted to get the nice little one tap there with the Vandal, unable to do so. But instead, it is Silly Shadow, ended up getting a triple kill on the round. And that puts Conestoga in a good spot. It's 4-2 as they've won the last 2 rounds. The timeout, man.
Yep. No, it's good. I mean, all they had to do is recognize that the strat was the same every single time. They have not switched it up at all. If the Condors keep playing to this, sure, they may get caught off if the opponents do go for a different strat soon. But the Condors, for now, play what your opponents have been doing for 6 rounds in a row.
And here we see them again at B, at mid. I think they're going to explode up this time as they realize that doing the hesitancy didn't quite work out for them, as Conestoga just let them have it this time.
Well, it looks like the Condors expected as well. A couple pokes and prods early on, util used just to try and make sure that any advances that were going to go don't come in fast. And it looks like they may have picked a side. A site is going to be the favor for our opponents.
And it's going to be up to Kip and Willie in some very aggressive positions here. It's going to be pretty much all on Kip here to get some huge kills. 4 members are going to explode around that corner. He's able to get 2, unable to get any more. Yang with a huge kill. Willie exploding in from that defender spawn side. Able to get 1, able to get 2 huge headshots there. Oh my goodness. We'll see if he can keep it going.
You'll love the usage of the util as well to be able to get that kill. Quick turn on the other, using your teammate to shut down that last. And the Condors, great play, but Willie, the center of that, I love those plays.
Hey, all that doom and gloom going down for nothing just for Conestoga to take the last 3. It took that timeout from Rajante to really get them on their strategy game, and they're starting to hit their shots and playing to a good strategy. You were mentioning earlier where it didn't look so clean.
Yeah. Now, while they've seen what their opponents are doing, and sometimes it just takes a moment to get the feelers out. Say, okay, what are they doing and what habits can we exploit? And now they found some of those habits they can exploit. We'll see if the switch up comes in here, though, to throw the Condors for a loop.
Yeah, they're doing a 1-2-2 push here. 2 members going over to Ace, which, you know, that's something we haven't seen. That's been primarily lurk or distance. And Kip not expecting to see the breach there and ended up getting stunned. Luckily, no peeks came out of it. A very smart smoke there. But you know, they're playing that slow game, and coming up mid again is this Illinois team, and that's a good position for them to be in. They got options here on the attack. Conestoga is playing a lot more defensively. 2 members rotating over to that A site. They definitely think that the 2 attacking members on A means they're going, and
but it's not.
It does not look like it.
They're going over to B site right now, and the Condors will have a little less manpower to be able to deal with this if they do push, but they will at least have information. You see another one swinging around now.
Yeah, the mind games from Illinois working right now. It'll be on Conestoga to anchor this site well. That one guy on site, the Cypher for Conestoga. It's a tall order to be able to defend that. Well, again, we are in the calm before the storm right now.
Well, it looks like we scared them off because they're starting to make their way over to ASEC, and that just gave us the intel that they're going to do that. And you see Condor starting to actually set up for a site hold, and it's going to go well so far. No, I might get caught out there. Util's out. Does some damage, I think, but barely any. At least he's still alive.
Just a tiny little bit, but this ain't COD. That damage will end up mattering in the long run. We'll see. As that tripwire getting shot, it gives Conestoga the advantage.
10 seconds left, and right now, I don't know if our opponent's going to be able to get on and plant that down. Oh, they are going to go for it, though, but too little, too late, and Kevin will get a couple of cleanup kills to round us out.
He never once left that site. He never once left. He knew his job as the anchor was to not, you know, let the minds wander. When he saw them go B to A, back to B, then over to A again, and then to B again.
He's like,
I'm just going to stay here. I'm just going to chill. And then it ends up with a double kill in his favor. So, you know, tortoise in the hair.
Yep. The slow guy sometimes will get ahead of you.
Slow and consistency is better than wild random erraticacy. That's not it. The children won't understand that.
Wild random erraticacy could win. Chaos does overtake sometimes.
It is pretty fun, at least.
The world is chaos.
Something a little bit different here is they've decided to go through Garage.
They have to.
Exactly. They've lost their last 4 rounds and immediately shutting that down. Kip with Astra. And then Silly Shadow here with Clove shutting down A, and Conestoga has been saying, nope, no. We want you to go mid now. They completely shut down every option other than mid. And they're fully all in on that retake game.
Hey, I love the changes. Again, this is oftentimes what you'll see with a team that is actually better, is they may lose a couple rounds due to erraticacy. And eventually they'll figure out the habits, turn around. They gotta watch out though. Willie getting pressed up in the corridor just a little bit. But Yang out with Rockets, and I'm wondering if they're going to be able to get anything out of this.
That's beautiful.
We're not there. Give them the retake, let them waste the Rockets, and
as soon as they heard fire in the hole, everyone just ran. Don't give them a free kill. Keep all 5 members of your team, and here it is, a new game. Just pretend you're on attack now, and they're on defense instead. And like you said, it's kind of nice to be on attack. You get to dictate the tempo, the speed of the fights, and we'll see what happens here. They're sending 4 up into heaven, and then of course Silly Shadow on Clove also not there. Here's the Astra Wall trying to cut that vision in half. A big kill from Kevin, a big kill from Kip, another one from Shadow. Kevin makes it go again, breaking down. 1 member left. It's just gonna be that easy for Conestoga. Kevin finishing it off, and that's so smart. So smart.
You said easy, but it did almost lose 4 members at the end of it. But we did take it back. We are now in the lead, but you're right. Allowing them to waste that ult like that is massive. I mean, there's no point in trying to take that. You have so much time left. Let them make that mistake.
Exactly. And then the counter ult from Kip there was perfect. That Astro Wall cut sight in half. And that's why I say easy, as if you don't have sight cut in half there, if you don't use your abilities smart, we don't win that fight, as they had a good defensive position. We just had a better attack, and 5 rounds in a row for Conestoga winning. That's all brain right there.
Let's see if they can keep it going as we head into a 10th round with the Condors starting to walk into the lead on defense. I'm excited to see how that offense is going to go, because we've seen what our opponents can bring here. Kip gets the early kill. That's a nice, good pick. That's going to reduce the chances of success here from our opponent's offense.
Yeah, no lurkers, so all 4 members of the Illinois team will be coming from heaven. A really good shot there from Morol with that stinger. A long shot for the stinger is one of the crazy parts there. And then the close range fights. This is a save round fully from Illinois, and they found themselves in a good position. But Silly Shadow, get out of town.
Yeah, great kill. I love it. Locking it down right now, but they do have to get on there eventually, because the spike is planted. They got some information where that player is, though. They're going to take some shots through the wall there. The last one in the corner, they should be able to lock it in. Condors clean it up.
And just, did they lose a member when it came to that retake? I think they started with 3 and ended with 3. It was a 4v3.
It was just the because once Nod was taken out, they got plant. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and that's really efficient play there, especially Silly Shadow there. Just putting the pressure on with the Vandal forced the Illinois team into some more uncomfortable positions. They weren't able to peek angles like they used to be able to, knowing that Silly Shadow was lurking.
Condors 6 now in a row. Yet to find an answer from our opponents, and this is the first time we're going to see them try something like this. A little bit of A stack. I'm not sure why it hasn't happened yet, but Conestoga still has 2 team members over there able to defend that site, so I'm not too worried. But if Willie does leave immediately, it doesn't matter actually, because Kip's shots are just too clean, too crisp. Yeah, I mean, you see that the smokes come out. Of course, you're going to spray a little bit through it. You want to time that moving through a little bit better there, but they are going to get onto site. But the Condors have 5 for the retake. And they've retaken A site before. This is not unfamiliar territory for Conestoga. I don't mind what I'm seeing right now. The spike is down, but Conestoga has information. Yeah, and also, again, just have to breathe on one of their players there. Yeah, super low health. And there it is, Pomo going down. Like you said, the breath coming out, unnecessary. A headshot from Silly Shadow. Unnecessary. And there's the Rockets. Clean this up. Everyone's now only going to get 1 out of it. It was so fast. There was only 1 to get out of it. It sucks. You want to see more kills with the Rocket. But at the same time, all that matters, the point of it is to get some kills. That's what they did. They worked in 1, 2, 3 all together. The push was coordinated. And the Condors are really pulling ahead now after going down 4. You said a good team sometimes takes a little bit to adjust. Yeah. And I mean, if you listening at home or wherever you're listening, we're watching the Rocket League game, tell me this doesn't remind you of it, where they started, they lost the first match, and then as soon as they were on, they weren't knocked off. Yeah, no, it's a long game. This is why we do best ofs. This isn't just one. Imagine playing 1 round of Valorant, right? Like there's a reason you're like it. Then you're also doing a best of 3 on top of that, right? It's that who can adapt in the long term. And again, sometimes beginner's luck can work out for you, but it doesn't always last long. Not with the first. Can he get some damage on the next here? But he's going to push up. Very aggressive. Wants another one. Come on, poke your way through there. There's 1. There's 2. 3 altogether for Nan. And that leaves just 2 left for the rest of his team to try and clean up. Not expected at all. Oh, he wants them all! And he's got a chance for an ace there. Doesn't know that Cypress was there, ruining the ace there, but a 4K nonetheless. Non just putting his name on the map and putting his team on the board here. 3 members, though. 1 left. If he's able to get 3 headshots, then this round ends all the same, but
Silly Shadow says, nah, I'm good. I'm good on that. Let's get out of here.
No, I mean, you play that smart. There's no way you lose that. I mean, I don't even know if Shroud walks away winning that, because you got 3 crosshairs trained at any turn, any peak that you could take. There's no way you don't at least take a little bit of damage.
No, you're absolutely correct. And low health for the Cypher there, Cypress. And we're on the attack side now. This is what you've been waiting for, Leaf, what they've been able to do. And they only have to take 4 rounds to see us out into our next matchup, which I'm pretty sure was Bind, the Conestoga pick. And they went Bind to over Ascent, which is not something, it's typically Ascent, but they wanted to see Bind against these opponents, I guess.
Well, maybe they have the information that we don't have, that this team has either never played it or has shown that they haven't done well on it. So the Condors will look to clean out this first, though. They're not quite thinking about that yet. They're still got to make sure they don't get caught off guard. There's some good information right off the bat there, and you see Non pushing in immediately. Down. Down he wanted to go, but he'll opt to stay out. He's got to watch out, though. 2 players. Around the corners, there's one.
What a headshot, and then Kip as well following it up. And the aggression, this is the W key being taped down that we were talking about there. Big heals from Willie on the follow-up there. They've taken sight already, and much like what we saw from Illinois, that intense, somewhat erratic offense.
Yeah, look at this. They'll have their guns trained at every single door right now. Silly shadows this one. Non will turn if Silly does get taken out, but for their opponents, they got to make the move, and they're going to start to do that now. 2 down. Cypress and Yang are able to connect with a couple kills and tie things up in terms of player count, but a great lurk there from Kevin. He's going to be able to take one, ding the other one a couple times. But they have to watch out, down to a 1v2.
Oh, what a shot from Kevin, and that's low HP on the breach. It's just going to take a sneeze. It's just going to take a breath, and there it was. Kevin on the lurk. I wanted to mention that that's the guy to look out for in this situation. No one knew he was there. He went all the way through A site all alone and made them pay going through their own spawn. And what shots with that ghost. And as the last member left, that's ice in the veins right there. Puts Conestoga in a really good spot to, keep the lead going.
Oh, it feels good. I mean, it's a pistol round as well. You even saw it for opponents. They got the pistol round. They got the next few too. It definitely helps no matter what level you are. But if you're already on the momentum like this, 9 rounds in a row, and you grab that pistol on second half, yeah, you're in a real great spot to go into double digits.
And the biggest thing, too, about this Conestoga team is they've been playing smart. They haven't been letting it get to them. The fact that they've won 9 rounds in a row is not meaning that they're playing this all willy-nilly.
Oh, yeah. They're not getting stupid with it.
Yeah, exactly. It's been very smart playing, so we'll have to see that. Like, look at this. This is a slow very slow push up mid. They're kind of waiting for the enemy to make the first move and to make the first mistake, because we'll see what they can do on the push here. Taking their time. They still have a full minute to attack, and, of course, a 5 rounds lead.
Yeah, Don gets caught out in the alley himself there. A couple sprays to back out, but that gives them a little bit of information that they can take a different route, and they are going to opt for that. They know mid's locked down a little bit too well right now. And B is still their goal, but Non is rolling in, gets down 1, and he looks for another one. He's got to watch out, though. Somehow comes out alive. Straight up to the top here is Kevin. Cleans up someone on the other side.
And Non has faked out the drop down. They don't know that he did, but Yang, a really good shot through the smoke there. What the classic. Able to put them back into that one. It's 3 members left, though, of that Illinois side. Silly Shadow blinded, unable to get the kill. Instead, it's Kevin. Kevin gets a headshot. Cypress at low HP. Yang as well on low HP, but those are the 2 members of Illinois you don't want to see in this situation. The 2 leaders so far of their team.
Yeah, well, it's all right. We got Spike down, and we've got it locked in pretty well. 4 players to 2, and we got him stuck up there in Evan. We should hopefully be able to clean this one up. Breathe on him. There it is, Silly Shadow. And 1 left. That raise is hurting too. I don't think they're making this retake.
Nah, cooking up on the flank there, Silly Shadow. I just had a feeling, had that sinking suspicion, maybe a little spidey sense that they would be coming through that door. And look at that. The aim trained on the door. I mean, there's only really one place Yang could come from, as they've already decided we aren't going heaven, but there it is, Silly Shadow. Just making sure they have time, they have the bomb down, and they have their guns still in their possession. 4 members surviving from Conestoga.
Is he going for it? You saw him tapping it.
just to say, hey, I'm here. You guys didn't get me.
That's funny.
And Conestoga winning 10 rounds in a row, Leaf. Something clicked.
Yeah. Right now it's they're It's their mice.
Oh, yeah, it's Non with the new mouse. I mean, he has been clicking edge pretty good. I'm not sure what his KD is right now, but, I mean, he's a guy I've noticed is playing well. I mean, he had a 4K. Come on.
Yeah, well, it's Kevin, too.
Good point. Did he get a new mouse, or is that just...
Oh, no,
I think that's just Non. But, I mean, we've seen it. The communications, obviously, you know, not lagging today, as this has just been electric. And Non, W key taped down, and didn't take any damage because of it. I'm kind of shocked about that.
Yeah, no, good restraint there, knowing, like, have it in the back of his mind. He reacted very quickly to that. He still might be in trouble, though.
In the calm. We're in the calm.
Everyone's alive still. Bot is out. Not expecting some turnarounds, but he is at least just saying, hey, I'm here. He's keeping them busy because they're not going to still expect him to potentially still be there as they make a rotate around. Nice.
Good shot from Non, and they make their way over to the A site. Like you were saying, it was forcing them to slow down a little bit, and Kip stayed mid, maybe going to try to shoot them in the back, as Conestoga, with their lurkers, have just been so smart. It's been deciding a lot of rounds for them, having a guy like Kip, Silly Shadow, or, I mean, not Non. Non's just taking it head on right to him, but here we are. Guy like Kip, who I expect is going to end the round.
Oh, well, maybe not. He's got to get up there with another one, still be able to turn on him. It is going to turn around for us, so you're right. Kip to finish it off.
The end of the round, big double kill there, a smart lurk, and Non on that round just took the fight right to him every single time, and we're seeing the defender side maybe a little late, I won't lie to you.
I was going to say that's quite a lot of rounds to let get out of your hands before calling a timeout, but hey, I mean, better late than never, but with only 2 rounds left for the Condors, yeah, it definitely feels like it should have been called a little sooner.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at the KD here. You see Non 17 and 10. That new mouse. I mean, hey, he said that we're not blaming the mouse for him playing bad, so I'm not going to blame the mouse for him playing good. Non himself on a roll in this one here, and the rest of the Condors as well, putting up some really good KDAs. And Willie, their bottom scoring, has 7 assists. Yeah. So you can't, I don't personally call that bottom scoring. I just call that putting work in.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Silly Shadow has the better KD, though.
Yeah, I mean, I will.
By all technicality.
I mean, in the game?
Yeah, he's at 2.0.
The even 2.
17.
With the 3 assists to go with it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nice.
17-10, that's not 2.
I wasn't going to do the math on that, even though that's probably one of the easier ones to do.
It's very much easier.
But regardless, Conestoga playing very well, and that early scare from I can't remember the usernames, but those early scares from, I think it was Wong and
Yang
and Yang and
Pomo.
The early scares though cooled off a little bit, as my goodness, the kill from Yang, not what I was expecting one bit, going right in there. Oh my goodness, the Raze battle doesn't go in Conestoga's favor. A huge headshot from Yang, while half blind still too.
They get the early pick there, but we're already going to get plant. I mean, we've got A site kind of to our own there. I mean, they're lurking around right now, but we just got to hold this down.
Silly Shadow was losing the pre-fire battle there, but they have site control. Up on Heaven there, Willie, with 2 incredible headshots.
Wonderful kills there, and Kevin's going to follow up with a kill on Moral, and with 2 left, we do have a player advantage. But our Clove is definitely feeling it. Put a Band-Aid on that.
Yeah, it's just left of this Omen as the spike continuously ticks down. I don't think the time is going to be in Omen's favor here, as the full HP able to get another kill at Conestoga. Just dropping like flies.
It! Oh my god, I would have been so upset if Willie also peeked that. But I guess they expected someone not to expect all 3 to make the peek. And they do and get the kill. But yeah, that
was a little
disastrous. Silly. I mean, they got the econ. I mean, I think it's fine at this point. I mean, they're literally at match point now.
Exactly. They only have this 1 round to win. I mean, we've seen teams in this game win 12 straight rounds, so anything's possible. It was Conestoga who won those 12 straight rounds, so I don't think we're going to see it on the counter-attack here as we're set to get into this round. Conestoga went A that time. We're right back over to B.
I mean, in terms of the game, it's kind of equivalent to a Spaceman sweep.
I would absolutely agree, giving 4 rounds just to make them feel okay about themselves. And then saying we're coming right back.
I think we messed up.
They weren't fully ready just for the split. I mean, it's a map they don't primarily play, but as soon as they got dialed in, it's just been unmatched here. It's a jump through from Nan, gets one, unable to get both with that judge play. And Cypress, a huge double kill, as well as that neutral theft, able to get the locations of everyone on Conestoga. We'll see the counter attack here from Illinois. They definitely have a chance to do something here as Willie goes down Yang, making them drop like flies.
Yeah, you hope to be able to get someone on that turn there, but that split, it's like, who do I go for? Yeah, this is that's a hard one. They'll give that one up.
Yep, as it is now 12-5 now in the rounds. As I did say Conestoga won 12 rounds in a row, so anything's possible. This is not what I meant. Hey, they could win 7 more.
Something to me felt like they thought it was over and got a little ahead of themselves.
Can I get a drop?
Got a little too W on that one, you know?
Yep, they were ready to pack it in and head over to Bind already, and I was talking about it in between halves, but you know, maybe this is when their brain starts to wander a little bit, starts to go on to these next matchups, and you can't let that happen, as runs are possible, as anything is possible. But Conestoga up 12-5 right now, exploring through mid, and Yang with a really nice flick headshot there, shutting down that attempt, and Conestoga already had a man disadvantage because of that.
It's okay. We've lost before here. Oh, in the smoke. Can't get any, but doing a little bit of damage at least. Just spray through. Great information that damage had been done. So Silly knows that he can kind of just start unloading some bullets through the smoke, and he'll probably connect with something. Still, you know, we don't have the spike down. We don't even have it. But we are at least tied 3v3.
After that mid-fight, I'm kind of shocked it's a 3v3. Conestoga, especially Silly Shadow, was able to put Conestoga in a really good spot to, you know, recover off that mid-fight that at first didn't look like it went their way, but look at this, exploding out over to A side, and they're going to get on site with no problems here as the Astra abilities are just completely opening up the map for Conestoga.
Well, I got the Cypher 2 is going to allow them to walk into sight real clean and get that spike planted. You see it, though, as a quick retake attempt here now for the opponents. They try to move on so fast. It does surprise a little bit, but we're going to be able to shut them down. Map number 1 in the hands of the Condors. And, you know, good try.
Very good try. And after those first 4 rounds, we were spelling all doom and gloom here in our booth, but Conestoga said, no, it's okay. We are meant to, you know, play good against these guys, and it took them just a little bit to get into that mode, but once they did, I mean, Leaf, that was pretty electric, and right back to our spooky music.
Yeah.
It sounded a little more upbeat.
Nan at the end there, besides, he was laughing a little bit too. I think, yeah, once they started getting their momentum in, they're like, okay, this is just silly. We're not lose this anymore. And the only reason I think they lost that last round was, again, too much W. I think they definitely got a little bit ahead of themselves.
Yeah, they mentally maybe checked out a little too early. I mean, the aggression, I like seeing the aggression. I like seeing how they took it to him. It might have took him 4 rounds. That whatever was said in the timeout by Rajante worked. He probably kept it real simple.
It was probably, guys, they're doing the same thing over and over again, and they don't have anything else to do, so just play it back. Shut them down, force them into trying to play other stuff, and then you just win those.
And then on offense, Conestoga just played their own game, and that's all it really took. Because they knew that if they just simplified everything, you know, took mid as the same way that Illinois was taking mid, they were going to be sitting pretty. And, you know, they ended up taking it 13-5. Could have been better. Could have been a lot worse.
That's true. Yeah, it definitely wasn't like a pure domination. I mean, well, I guess it was. If you look at it in the order of things were won. They definitely lost a couple first rounds there, but then the fact that they just won 12 in a row was just, I guess that you would call that domination.
I'd have to call it domination. 13-5 doesn't look so pretty, but I mean 12 rounds in a row. That's the pretty part. I mean, losing 1 round at the end is not the best, but hey, Conestoga took map 1 really effectively.
Yeah, well, I think they're going to take a quick breather here. You see Silly Shadow with a quick little nap too, so we're going to do the same thing and stretch our legs. We're going to see if we can get that 2-0 on the other side.
Conestoga College is setting the stage for a new era in gaming. In 2025, we're opening a state-of-the-art esports venue, a premier facility for high-performing gamers in Canada.
In this 10,000 square foot facility, we're putting you in the center of the action. The facility will have 50 top-tier PC stations, 5 console stations, immersive VR stations, a team operations room, a full production suite, and a premier competition stage.
Esports is a rapidly evolving industry with global viewership of 532 million in 2022. This initiative goes beyond esports. It's also a platform for forging bonds, making memories, and creating connections.
Since 2020, Condors Esports continues to evolve, providing industry-leading facilities and experiences to the esports community.
Conestoga's esports venue expresses a sustainable and intentional future to compete, play, and work, all powered by gaming.
Well, howdy do. Welcome back to Conestoga College Esports Facility. We're hanging here and watching some Valorant. I'm Leif. This is Cove, and we've just come off of a W.
A big W, huge W, I might even say. 13-5. That big?
Not that big.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, as big as it gets. But it could have been bigger. We'll have to see what they do on their own map here as we're heading into binds, our classic teleporters. Yep. One of those ones I think we've seen every stream, unlike Split.
Yeah. Yes. So hopefully, again, this is just a little cleaner. I mean, they saw the thing is those odd strats can still come out from our opponents. Like, it's still possible that we get caught off a little bit early on, but we are going to start on attack this time, so we can probably set the pace.
Yeah, setting the tone here is going to be crucial, just keeping that momentum going. Of course, I'm not the most worried person in the world here as...
Just in general?
In general, I think I definitely have a little bit more worry.
Do you worry a lot?
I try not to. I don't think it's so good for you to worry, but I am definitely a worry wart from time to time. But this matchup here, it doesn't have me worried. It's one of those things where I'm feeling like I feel confident. I think the players should be confident. If we look at them here on the desk, they look.
Take a picture. And this is confidence.
This is confidence. The air of confidence is being breathed throughout the room.
This isn't.
They definitely look like they're chilling. Not sure.
They look like they got lost, and someone said you should sit here, and they're like, okay, what do we do?
Let's just lounge, basically, is what we're saying. Silly Shadow doing exactly what he was doing before we hopped in that first match, and he was one of those guys that when Conestoga needed him most was able to make the most of his opportunity.
Yeah, so honestly, Silly's done great. Kevin as well. Those two, I think, were the standouts. Sure, Non was definitely getting frags, but that's what we expect from him. I loved some of the intuition we saw from Silly was good. A lot of times he was making plays based off something he's like, I feel this is about to happen. Very good. And his shots have been very clean. And Kevin as well, great lurks from time to time, making sure that he's catching the opponents off guard.
And when they do win rounds, a lot of the time that's what's doing it for him is like I said, I think it was Kevin who came through. I said Kevin's about to win this round, and then he got the double kill.
Yep.
It's those plays right there, and like you said, it's that intuition. It's knowing what the enemy is going to do.
Yeah, well, we do head our way to bind now. And again, as you said, this should be something that we're a little more familiar with. So now I question if we'll see anything crazy to be picked, but I feel like the Condors are just going to play it safe again and do what they know works.
Yeah, looking over at the picks right now, we might actually see something different here. Silly Shadow is hovering over Sage right now. Not a character that we see busted out too often, and there it is, a Sage pick. And I'm going through, I'm trying to rack my brain if we've seen that from Conestoga yet. Of course, the rest of the picks, Fade for Kevin, Sky, again, Willie, Raze, Non, and then Astrokip, all the same.
I think once, if I recall, I think we've seen Sage once this semester.
And so definitely not something you see too often. I mean, that's the off pick for Conestoga.
I'm down for it, though. I think overall strats-wise, these guys just I mean, I think they have it on lock, right?
Yeah, I would hope so, especially going into attack on their own map. On a map we see a lot.
Well, they're going to immediately make their way over to that A site when we head into our pistol round, unless they change their minds in the next 20 seconds. But I'm very much I could very well see our opponents come out with a win on round 1 and maybe 2, like if they just land their shots.
Yeah, just like
it's
the
pistols.
last game.
Yeah, there's a lot less strat coming into this, so if they just catch us off guard, they very well could. But you know, if we get that early round, that'd be great for our momentum. We saw how well we handled momentum.
And then a big counter push there through the bathrooms.
Oh!
Wow, Nan, with those triple shots, a double headshot, and they got sight just like that. The bomb was down. Whoa.
Okay, well, I mean, that's a great start, especially just getting the early picks there. And look, a couple snipes there across the box. He's not going to be able to get anything out of it, though.
As this is why the Sage pick is so important, as you could shut off complete entire sections of that map from the walkthrough, and it makes it just so much easier on Conestoga, and you're going to see a lot of that A plant from Conestoga going on in the attacking rounds. Willie through bathrooms trying to get that flank on, trying to do that lurking that Conestoga loves to do.
There it is. Nice
Kip.
clean. Yeah, Kip
got
helping
a
out.
big double.
3 left at the end. That was pretty good. I mean, you expect a couple losses, a couple soldiers down in that first round. As I said, you can just jump onto a site with the pistols and be crazy with it, and it can work out. So
And being crazy with it, non-exploding all the way around to go to that bathroom and just make them pay. It's kind of a lurk, more so just a full-on flank that made them pay, and Conestoga takes the first round, and look at where they're going, right back to that A site.
yeah, I mean, if they could keep, well, they're going for a little bit more of a split right now. Maybe try to catch them off guard at mid. Actually, they might get caught off guard on mid. Very aggressive from our defense right now as they really try to lock down that split that could happen here. Don is going to call that information, and we'll see if he makes his way in there. Tries to go for a rollout, but he finds nobody. That could have been a great chance to surprise them, but we are going to walk away with 2 kills at least, and a 4th comes in.
Non with the double grenade kill. Talk about right place, right time for your abilities to get used. And I'm sorry, Eastern Illinois. That's wrong place, wrong time for you guys. Of course. I gotta highlight that as any utility kills in these games. I personally love to see them, and a double with the grenade. Come on now, Non. You're in the zone, and I love to see it.
We'll see if they continue that through the rest. They're definitely going to win this one. There's absolutely no way that Yang makes his way over to site. Silly Shadow ensuring that with a single tap of his mouse button.
Quite quick work on that, and if you saw before the round started, Non didn't buy anything. I'm not sure if he had that ghost. He didn't have that ghost pistol round, so he bought a ghost, and that was it. And that has unlocked him to have an economy that's really above the rest. I mean, look at the rest of his team there. Silly Shadow. You know what? I don't know what I'm talking about. Everyone on Conestoga was able to save their money so effectively that round, and so
well, not dying is going to do that.
Yeah, most of the time, absolutely. Sometimes dying does do that if you lose everyone, as the chat liked to point out to me earlier on this semester that if you do lose everyone and that bomb goes down, you get a little extra money for the death bonuses. But Conestoga not losing a member of their team, getting kills, just everyone chipping in so far in these first 2 rounds for Conestoga. That's what's putting them in a very, very big advantage. And, you know, slower.
They got to watch out, though. There are 3 players ready for them. They're going to opt for that that same push they've gone for before. They're going to find a little bit of resistance, though, as they move on to site. But Non is going to find his way in real quick. Clears the corners. Rest of his team right behind him. But watch out. There are lurking enemies in the smoke.
But immediately getting that site control. Just the utility play from Conestoga has been elite so far in that one. Like you mentioned, the smokes that were being lurked in. Let Conestoga take this site, and Non able to get the first one of the round, and a very, very good retreat there, even after that dog ability slowed him.
That was tough. If he got caught out guard there, he would have been dead. They did have a player turning on him, but he stays alive as a result there, Kevin. Unfortunately, not the same story, but they just got to watch the site here, and he's going to be around the corner. Non lights him up. 3 are dead. The defuse is tricked out here, but we should be able to clean this up.
And Silly Shadow, back-to-back rounds with those one-tap headshots to end it. And you know what I've seen 2 of tonight is non-4Ks. He's so close to that ace,
man.
So close, Leaf. He wants it. You and I
think
both
he definitely
know. You and I both
yeah.
know. He kind of needs it, I want to say.
He's probably at this point telling his teammates, "Hey, back off for a sec.
Let me just
do this." Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Let me hold W on them real hard. And, you know, that's the thing is they have gone up 3-0 early on, but they can't let that get in their heads. I mean, Eastern Illinois went up 4-0, all I'm going to say.
I mean, yeah, I don't think they're about to pull off what we pulled off in the first round, though.
That would be pretty impressive, but, of course, this is the Condors map pick, so you would expect the confidence, you would expect them to know how to handle business.
It's business. It's business time. And they're getting it done. Got your business socks on. Let's keep it rolling.
And, well, a little bit of slow play here from Conestoga, forcing the opponents to make the first moves and potentially make the first mistakes. They don't even have bomb in their possession. They don't want to give it to the opponents, and there it is. The first mistake made. That's Pomo pushing up a little bit too far.
That was a greedy position to be in. Impatient or greedy, you pick. Either way, it was a mistake regardless, and they'll lose that early pick, giving the Condors the freedom to choose what they want to do, and they want A.
And here it is. The smoke's going down. It's going to give them that half of the site to their advantage there. Cypress trying to put himself in a better position to shut that down, but unable to. And the spike going down, as you would expect. Cypress doesn't have anything really to counter that. A really good molly there from the Brimstone, just not in time.
Yeah. I mean, positioning-wise, you're right, really good. But timing-wise, really bad, as they don't catch anything off of that. Great positioning from Kevin, though. He's through the box. Grab a nice kill there and locking down the site for a little bit longer. There should be another round there for the Condors.
And just holding these angles so effectively there. It's been Silly Shadow a lot. That one was Kip. Here's Non defending the bomb. Gets one. Throws out the ability, thinking it'll buy him a little bit more time. Unable to, and it's just Silly Shadow left. I'm not sure there will be time to defuse the spike.
Going to shoot through the wall. Oh, he's going to get it too. I love it. The whole just knowing those angles to hold. That's insane.
And here it is, a 4-0 lead for Conestoga. Completely the opposite of what we saw in that last matchup. And, you know, they've been mixing it up. Conestoga's offense has been pretty varied, but we've been ending up on this A site every time. So it'll be interesting to see how Illinois, how they continue to play forward here, as Conestoga's been excellent.
Oh, watch out. Stop.
Oh,
you guys can't see it. They're playing with knives right now. That was dangerous.
We almost had a little accident here.
Yeah, swinging the sword around.
Coming in hot here, Raze with that rocket fuse, unable to get anything to go with that, and the Astra ability to slow down the site.
She's just running through.
What
are you doing?
Non wanted that kill. I think more than anything else.
I have a rocket. I'm going to use this rocket by darn it.
And just ineffective. Good defense, and this is the first time they've really even seen the crown at B site there. That's a really nice headshot by Yang there.
Good pick from Yang, and with a minute left, the Condors down 2 players. Going to find this one to be a little bit more difficult to hop onto site here. 5 defenders still alive for our opponents. 2 still hanging by A site, even though they know there was some pressure on B, and maybe they're expecting to rotate. And I think the Condors are hoping they might think that they're going for a rotate, bide your time, and move in once you think they may have left. There's information they're going to know what they can do now. They're still being held off. They got to land their shots when they push, though.
It will be a 3v3 as no rotate has come on from Illinois, and there's a huge shot from Moral, but Kip on the follow-up, a huge trade, gets 2 headshots. They have a chance to explode out on the site. It's just Pomo there, and Kip with a 3rd headshot. Real aim trainer moment there as the snapping around, unable to get the 4th though. Yang, it's all going to be on Willie with very low HP.
Oh!
Once, but unable to get it. That did force the Brimstone ults, though, to be used on 1 opponent.
Yeah.
I like that.
That wasn't too bad.
It's a loss.
Smart pull off on the because he knew he was just going to get wrecked if he tried to stick that plan. So he pulled off, went over to the edge, got a kill, and at least did some damage on the way out.
Yeah, I respect that round. I don't mind it so much that they lost because it showed Illinois that we're going to do anything. They won 4 rounds in a row planting at A and said, you know what? Let's go to B. Let's show them that we're versatile. We can do anything. They didn't win the rounds, but they got it down to a very close 1v1. And so now it's going to be on Conestoga to come back here. They've gone back to their bread and butter of A site and take this round.
Well, see if they can. They're probably going to want to get an early pick, and that might be the chance there. Kevin is going to be able to light it up. Now onto site they go, but it is a little more contested as we are going to lose a player in that fight. Silly, one of our smartest players, at least in this series right now, is taking out Non. Our charge is gone.
The aggression through the Astra wall wasn't super necessary, but I like the aggression. I like him wanting to pick those fights and get it done, but that's huge from Brimstone coming through lamps and puts them in a 3v1. They have bomb. They're gonna defuse it most likely here. Kip doesn't have the positioning for it. Morale gets in. That's 2 rounds in a row. This is kind of what we saw in that last matchup.
Yeah. Well, again, let's
wait
hope that it doesn't turn into 12 rounds in a row. But,
is that feeling?
No, it definitely is. Condors went for something different. They went back to what they were originally working, but get called out, which honestly is not surprising. And the way that our opponents are now holding that A site is giving us a little more trouble. We're not just getting that half for free.
Yeah, and the retake especially was just unreal. They came through, forced Conestoga out, and they went and got the bomb plant. It didn't end up mattering, as the Astra wall was just too. As soon as they lost that Astra ultimate ability, the rest of the round just kind of came crumbling with it. And so here we are, another attack. 4-2 is the score. Conestoga, I really want to see them take this round, but we'll have to wait and see as they're doing a little bit more of a slow play.
They're going to cause a little annoyance over at A site, maybe give some room for B, but they're leaving both sides open right now. Spike is dropped. You see, just really let your opponents think that you might be stepping into that A site.
Conestoga hasn't done many fakes yet in this one. Hasn't really forced any rotate plays. Or at least if they've been trying to. Hasn't been the most effective, so we'll see what they can do here. 2 members on that B site. Conestoga's bringing 3, and that's a huge headshot from Morale. My goodness, taking down Non, and I can tell you right now that Non was not expecting that at all.
Well, it does give the Condors some room to move on here as they make their way over to B site here, but Morale again, silly shadow this time at the end of his barrel.
Non back though, ended up getting the revive off in time. If Non's able to get a kill and take this round into his hands, that would have been perfect. The 2 kills from Non and the sacrifice from Silly Shadow. It might pay off here as there's only 15 seconds left in the round. 2-on-2 and Non with a 3rd. Can he get the 4th? And he will. Another 4K from Non. The revive from Silly Shadow was so worth it.
Yep. I mean, Non's a guy you want alive right now.
Absolutely.
His new mouse is working out real well for him. And the Condors this time calling a timeout while up.
Yeah, and after a round win. But, giving up 2 rounds and then having that one come down to a 1v1. It's, there's a little bit of, it feels like there's hesitancy from Conestoga that there shouldn't be. They should be playing with more confidence, I feel like.
To be fair, they play with a lot of confidence in that, what was that, 15th round in the last map and lost it.
That's a good point.
So,
it's a very good point.
No, it's probably, there's probably some small tweaks that maybe Rajante's like, okay, if the guys, you're just losing track of this right now, let's, going forward, remember this, and they should be safe. Like, it's probably important information that maybe he's seen some bad habits that he wants to clean up.
micro things. Because, on the whole, they are winning the matchup here. It is 5-2. They are in a good position, but, of course, those micro things that they can change. Of course, it could be 7-2 right now, but 2 really good rounds from Eastern Illinois It's gonna force changes, that's for certain.
Condors
So,
in the lead with 3. They still got some room to breathe. And I'm very curious to see if there's anything major that we notice that was talked about in that last timeout, or if it's the subtle things that you and I aren't smart enough to see.
Well, here they are, the B site aggression. That
wow, what
smoke
the
down
heck
from
is going on
Brimstone.
here?
Kip able to get 1 big kill there and a 2nd kill on A site, but would you like that morale and then the Brimstone for Illinois on that B push, B long push. It took just 1 Brimstone smoke and it gave them that opportunity, but the opportunity didn't pan out as Conestoga went right back over to A site, and that was Kip who was able to hold it down and say, come on guys, come on over. I've cleared this out for us.
What are they doing? They're going to get hurt on that flank, though. They have to know that they're coming up behind them because they were on their site. And they might get caught off guard there, but at least 2 dropped down. It was Willie that was eliminated and down to a 2v1.
Kip has 4 kills right now. We're always on ace watch right now. It seems like Kip, if was able to stay on that site, could have had it, but we see here rotating over to bathrooms. On the site is Brimstone. Kip, Brimstone coming over and Silly Shadow gets the headshot. We were a second away from it coming off the bathrooms there. But no ace yet. Just a 4K and a really, really nice round win from Conestoga.
Well, they had to get if they bought a little more time, Silly might have been dead, and then the bomb would have gone off and killed both of them. Yeah, so they had to get the round done. Let's just
forget the ace. Let's
if the aces happen.
Aces are secondary. Let's get the round win first, and that's exactly what they did. And I'm not sure if the timeout was anything in particular. They faked a B site and then went over to A, and maybe that's it.
Yeah, I'm guessing there was something more fundamental. There's a rollout. Let's see if Don does something silly again this time. No. Yeah. I love just how dedicated he was to using that last time.
And that, oh my goodness, the teleport play here, not what I was expecting at all. That's 4 people coming through and just getting taken out back to back, but Yang able to work their way out, getting shut down by Kip.
Yeah.
Triple kill on the round. The teleporter play, a good attempt, didn't pan out.
And they'll just say, let's get the heck out of here. Scoodoodle to the other side, 3v1. They've got command of this round.
Yeah, absolutely. And the teleport play, again, it's got me laughing because that was the last thing that I was expecting to see. I love it from Illinois. I love the attempt, and it almost worked out as 2 members from their squad were able to come out and just Kip shut them down a little too heavy. And it's now 6-2. The bomb is down. They don't know where Yang is. But, I mean, when you got 3 members left, you're in a good spot.
Yeah, I'm not super concerned about this one. Kevin, get the kill, pop. Oh,
unfortunate, but a really nice shot from Yang. Yang does have 3 kills, so if anyone is in a spot to end this round, it'd be Yang, but unable to do so. Kip on a 4K, another one. I think that's the the 3rd or 4th one so far. As Conestoga's just,
we'll get one.
This is great. This is great work from Conestoga.
15. Kip is 15-3.
That's just wow. 15-3 and 6 assists, which means that if those shots that ended up being assists were headshots, could be 21 kills in 9 rounds. Could.
That's a lot.
That's crazy. I mean, 15 kills in 9 rounds. That's unreal to begin with. But to be here in this situation, Conestoga, this is what I was expecting pre-game.
Is that like 60% of the kills?
Now that's above my math levels. Come on now. I made it to grade 11 college math. I'm not gonna percentages. Psh.
What's that? All right. Oh, hello. Good night. Pomo's like, yeah, sure. I'll take that. What are they doing?
A big flank there, I guess. A really nice share of shots, and Conestoga down to team members, able to get 1 in return. Yang's been, hitting some nice shots. I got to give respect where respect is due. We might see a teleport play.
It also just looks, there it is. It also just looks so ridiculous seeing them jumping.
Doing their little B-hops around the map. And the teleport play, they're trying to bait the other team to go teleporter as well and try to shoot them in the back as soon as they went through. Didn't follow that aggressively. The the retake is now on, and
Yeah.
they've rotated all the way over to heaven.
Yeah, it's not even a retake. It's they took a little bit too long to get on site. And now it's going to potentially just be a take. Ooh, go for the fake there. And
They're in a 1v1. Actually, no, the cocoon out, and just unfortunate. This is it for Conestoga. Yang ultimate. It's just too effective. And able to take a nice thrifty round. Illinois 7-3 is the score, though.
Yeah.
2 rounds left in the half.
Yeah, it's we still got a decent lead here, but again, we're going to be going on to defense, so it's going to be up to us to follow their pace next round. So you hope at least another couple rounds here just to put yourself with a little bit of a cushion going on to the defense. But yeah, I don't think they're out of it yet, but they're getting caught off guard a couple times.
And just like the last game, I mean, we went into half being up 8-4, so I'm perfectly confident being in the position we are now. But it's just not getting caught off guard. These rounds with a pistol, when you're now on the saving side, what do? This is all about positioning. This is all about how you play as a team. And it's taking big damage there, non, and going down on the rotate. Yang, good positioning.
Yeah, no, great comms too. Just to know that that player there, we had our raise in that position. To be able to get that flank on, that was a honestly pretty smart play coming out from our opponents.
And yeah, here it is, Illinois. This has been a good round for them. They're really taking it to Conestoga here. Of course, the weaponry not in Conestoga's favor. We're seeing it there, missing those sheriff shots. Of course, with a Vandal or a Phantom, I trust Willie to hit those shots, but in this round, not the same.
Cypress takes out Kip to finish off that round, give themselves a fourth, the cushion that reduced down to 3 layers. And we'll see if can least get one more. I'd like to see an 8-4. That would make me feel happy and comfy coming into the round swap.
I'm much happier with an 8-4 than a 7-5, especially on your own map, where this is where you want to take every single rounds that you can. You can't be giving your opponents your map rounds. Much like what we saw in Split, where as soon as Conestoga start taking rounds, the game ended. You can't let that come back to bite you here. Up 7-4 and a huge starting kill there. Non the headshot on Yang.
Yeah, no, that was a great early pick. He's hurting from it, but that really helps them out when they try to make a decision out where to go. They're still spread out a little bit, maybe trying to get one more piece of information, and then they'll make their decision. A site does feel like it's starting to get a little bit of weight put onto it, though, from the Condors. They'll make their way in.
This is our last round in the half, so everything's going to be on display here. You're going to use all your abilities, all your ultimates. Morel getting a big kill there. Conestoga, their backs, they're definitely facing a hard situation here. The Astra ultimate is out. You got that wall, which gives you good positioning, but of course you can explode through that and attack. Not what I was expecting to see there. Silly Shadow putting up a wall and going through teleporter, taking out Pomo.
Okay.
Kip taking out the Brimstone on the other team, and Conestoga's put themselves
Wildly
wildly into a good position.
Oh, I kind of like that, though, because it blocks off anyone from sight from following you on through, buys you a lot of time. Unfortunately, we do lose a player on the way over there, but a 3v2 and Spike down, we should be able to hold it, but I don't want to speak too early.
Yeah, Morel sending out that Sky ultimate ability, but it didn't matter. Willie with a headshot, trying to keep them back in this. It's Cypress. Who knows where Willie's at? I don't know if Willie knows, but what are we seeing? What are we seeing?
He's baiting him out.
I can't believe that. I'll
That
be real.
was-
Oh, and then the
That was too good.
The BM on the question mark spray. That was hilarious. And there it is, taking the round 8-4. And it took a little bit of creativity from Conestoga. They went teleporter strats.
No, I like that. Because you pull in your opponents close enough. You know that you're going to be able to move quick if you get that teleport. It doesn't matter if they know. You have a player advantage. Get on site. Because they could leave someone behind, too, to stop someone from taking that mid teleport as well. Fortunately, again, we lost that gunfight, but it still bought a lot of time from that player making it to site.
Well, exactly. And the Illinois team also had a player, like how Non was the man back to try to watch teleporter. They had Primo watching it there. And so we'll see how this goes on. Non exploding down B-long with Willie and Kevin, and they did not end up taking the pistol battle, losing 3 members to getting 2 kills in return. Not how you draw it up.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to spell doom and gloom quite yet.
Yeah, well, Spike's down.
That's not good.
it is pistols, though. So, I mean, anything can happen at this point. We'll see what they do. They maybe wait for that smoke to drop, then take some peeks. There it is. But 2 guns trained on your head. You're not going to walk away from that one. Kip, the last alive. Can't even nail one. And they'll go pistol round with an L and a 5th round to Illinois.
I can tell you right now, I don't think Conestoga was expecting the long. I mean, they exploded down B long super hard. And typically what we see on pistol rounds is bathrooms. Bathrooms are frequented most of the time. But that round, no, a little opposite. I think it caught Conestoga fully off guard. And so we'll see how Illinois continues to attack as they're back at that B site. Not something we saw Conestoga do often, if ever.
They are going to be down, but if they can catch a couple players off, then I'm happy with it.
All 5 going long, and one good player here from Conestoga could shut this round down.
Love it.
Neither are able to do so. Pomo, Yang, big headshots there, getting the Illinois team right into this round. All 5 of them went long, and it worked.
Yeah, keep it close. Make Condors think. Use their strat. That's what I said before. I want to see close rounds. If we're going to be 3 off, then may as well keep it close. And now they'll have to be fighting down by two rounds, right? I mean, they just lost pistol last second. Now they got to climb back. So I don't know. This is where I think we get the exciting plays.
And this is where mental gets tested for Conestoga. They are aware that they're a little better right now, and they can't let that get to them. You can't be on the brakes. You can't be... It's always that saying when you're running an 100-meter race, you want to run 110 meters. It seems like, you know, you don't want them to run 90 meters.
Don't slow down before the 100, yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I'm hoping Conestoga doesn't do here, losing the first 2 rounds of the half, and it's a 2-round game. Not what I was expecting.
Well, now's the time. Show us what you got. Full rush over to A. Maybe they'll pull back now, knowing that there are some players there ready for them. But there's the rollout on site. Non is going to take down Cypress as they fly through the sky. And a couple bullets through the smoke should hold them off just a little bit longer. But they got to watch those flanks too, watch their angles. And they are still keeping 2 players on B.
Yeah, Cypress tried to do the Stewie 2K of just going right through the smoke, and it did not work. Non with a really, really beautiful flick headshot to come over and grab that. And the Brimstone smokes at A site, it looks like they're committing to it. Kevin with a huge double kill, 2 headshots. He tried to end the round, but unable to. It'll be up to Kip and Non to keep her going.
Yeah, they didn't even need those last 2 players to make their way around. They handled the situation just fine. Once they got those smokes out, I think they knew what to do. I mean, okay. They're committing. Let's get ourselves into position for surprise. And Condors, again, fundamentals, just that quick thinking, because they've seen this before. They've been through this. They know how to react so quickly.
And, of course, it's Binds. It's their map, pretty much. I mean, they picked this map, yes, so in that sense it is their map, but in more so the sense that this is the map that they play on weekly on these streams. And so it is their map, and right back over to the B site. Illinois knew that A site didn't work out for them, and they said, forget that, right back to where we were working.
This will be interesting. Condors playing a little bit further back this time. They don't want to get caught out right off that B long.
Really watching the hookah entrance here, and it doesn't matter because everyone went long again, and hey, if it works, I don't mind that strategy for Illinois. Like, they exploded on the site, no problems here.
Wow, yeah. Just little sneaky snacks. They're right on there. Condors for the retake. A couple shots out, but I'm sure they're going to wait to explode back on until they have the rest of the squad there.
And so Kevin, it's going to be really important that he checks that left angle for Pomo.
Yeah, he's going to find it real soon here. He's going to probably know he's there. Take that turn. At least he snaps, but he wasn't quite ready for it. He'll be taken out.
He would have had to pre-aim, as a lot of these angles that Conestoga are taking are being watched. Kip trying to do something here is, oh no, that cocoon ability. Kip's got 3 kills, and that was the last player standing, unable to do it. That Yang ultimate, the cocoon, able to end the round for him. Ended up getting that brimstone
at least
at
they're
the end.
dead, yeah.
You take what you can, and we're in a 9-7 game. This one's getting a lot closer than I feel comfortable with right now. That's a really, really good round from Illinois there. And if we look at the desk here, everyone's locked in. We don't have that calm, cool, collected. Everyone's in.
I mean, you have to. Willie's still got a bit of a chill look to his face right now, but
he always does.
I think they're still confident. They know they win this. It's just locking down the gunfights now. I mean, I think from my perspective, positionally, they're not playing too bad, but it's the gunfights. They got to win. Like, you got to get that kill. And unfortunately, Cypress rolls on in. Silly Shadow at least answers back, but the spike is down.
I like that decision to pick up the judge in this close-range battle. And I don't know if you noticed it as well as some more abilities from Conestoga, but then recognized the judge was there and pulled out a huge shot from Non there. They're trying to shut them down from this A site. Conestoga this is our territory. We're defending this till the day we die. This is our nest. As Condors and exploding on is Non, blinded, almost making the shot. Silly Shadow following up and is a man on a mission. Look at that.
Silly says, my turn to go bang, 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 as the rest of the squad hangs out on site. That was a great, great retake.
And another 4K. I mean,
that's why I said they're taking turns at this point.
Exactly. And like you said, a great retake. Couldn't have drawn it up any better. That's exciting plays. That's highlight plays and headshots on display from Silly Shadow. It's what you're talking about, where we get these closer rounds, we get the better plays.
With only 3 left to go.
Hopefully.
This is much closer. Yeah, well, for a win.
Yeah,
they need 3 rounds left to go. It is much closer than we had seen in the last map. And especially given the fact that this was our pick. But again, a lot of times it doesn't matter. You know, your opponents tend to play these maps quite often as well. You're not the only ones on it.
And back over to this B site here, the attack where we've seen it a lot of the times here for that Illinois team. Kip able to get the first kill of the round on A site. They've tried to rotate over, but again, this is our nest. We have been maintaining this A site so well. And,
yeah,
you know,
we're maintaining it, but
yeah,
they're all over there on A. So this is going to be a little bit difficult for us to pull back if they can get in and locked in. Only 4 players, though, so at least we do have the player advantage on the retake.
And it's just Kip back on site right now. I would like to see Kip play this very slowly, very quietly.
Play it fast.
Give yourself away immediately. Don't play smart. Let's hold W and let's get this thing going. No, we'll see how smart they play it. The Astra ultimate going out, and that's going to force that site to be so much more contained. But Morale here, really good positioning.
Yeah, rocked. In Bathurst, you got 3 players turning around on you. You're probably not going to be walking away from that one. And with just the Brimstone left, yeah, I think this may not be a win for them. And the Condors run themselves further into double-digit territory.
And there it is, the open 24-7, 7-11 match score. Conestoga taking their 11th rounds. It's just going to be 2 more. And they send this thing off on a 2-0 win. And, I mean, good playing so far from Conestoga. That looked a little dicey at first. A really good explosion on the site, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, just lock it in. You guys know you got the upper hand.
And look at Kip. 23 kills in 18 rounds to go with his 8 assists. And 3 Conestoga team members have 10 assists right on the dot. Everyone is in on these gunfights. That's a team game that they've been playing.
Yep. No, you love to see it. Being able to team shoot, calling it out, hey, let's focus fire, 2 people on 1, you're going to win those gunfights.
And something different that we see here is Silly Shadow over on B site. Immediately with that wall B saying, slow down, do not take this so fast, as it worked out perfectly. Immediate headshot from Silly Shadow as well. The change in sight looks like it's working for Conestoga, and they had maybe a funny feeling that they'd go over back to B.
Yeah, sometimes it is just a little bit of a coin flip of calling out what your opponents are going to do. You try to read it based off their previous rounds. You try to read it based off the way they play and what's smart to do, but sometimes it's just luck that you get the right call.
And so they've broken through, making the right on site, and it won't matter. Willie able to get a huge headshot. The spike is down, but Conestoga has a 5v3 advantage. Willie using that the Sky Ultimate, but Brimstone as well, ulting right back where everything is going down now. Non in that hookah area, coming back out. Non again, Non with the triple. That ends the round for him, and just some excellent Valorant from him. Wow, 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 wow. He just decided, I'm going to end this round.
Defuse as well, and they're looking good coming into the last one here. Match point for the Condors. Big ask. Not as big as before, but a big ask still from Illinois if they want to try and bring this to a third map. But at this point, I'll have to put most of my money on the, actually, well, it would be all of it on the Condors. It wouldn't make sense to split up your bets.
Oh, yeah,
that doesn't make sense at all.
I'm not a fan of the hedge game. I'm all for it. I like the position Conestoga's found themselves in, and it's just going to take one more. And they've sent Silly Shadow back over to that B site, and they liked what they saw, and I really like that Conestoga stuck with that strategy. Moving forward, we'll see how this round goes, as there's a bit of change in the attack from Illinois. They split it up pretty evenly. This is something we saw Conestoga doing a lot on attack.
Non with the early pick is a great start going into a 13th round win, if that's what they're looking for, which I'm certain it is. Nice pick there from Silly Shadow.
What a
They
shutdown.
knew it was coming again. He always has his instincts on lock.
Just shut down the bomb immediately. No rocket launcher for you. Of course, they did get plants.
That's
of course.
fine, though.
But as you said, yeah, that's fine. Conestoga confident on their retake game. Brimstone, a sitting duck right in the middle there. But, you know, able to have good positioning, but it won't matter. Kip, Kevin, and Como.
Goodbye.
Able to get a kill at the end there. Conestoga don't care. We saw the team flash on screen for a minute. They're happy. They're stretching. And they're going to be able to celebrate knowing that they took that one 13-7. Took the first one 13-5. And the match 2-0.
Well, maybe they would have been a little happier if it wasn't as close as it was. I think it got probably, based off of just what I've heard coming into this, they maybe would have wanted to win that a little bit better. But when they needed a lock in, they locked in. If they stay focused the whole time, I think they take that even closer. A couple moments of, I guess, again, being caught off guard is something that's just going to happen. Like to walk away 13-0 is just going to be unheard of. Even a team of you, me, and a couple of our friends probably going to at least get one round out of these
one.
rounds. Yeah.
I would confidently say 1, 2. No, I couldn't confidently say that. But again, a good play. At the end of the day, they were the team that made the least amount of mistakes, as they just ended up playing their own game. As Binds, you know, it got a little dicey. I won't lie to you. That attack, when Eastern Illinois switched to attack, I got a little worried a few times there. The score was, what, 9-6 at some point?
It was 9-6, yeah. It got closer. And again, before we were 8-4, it was 7-4 too. It almost ended up 7-5, right? Like it wasn't a guarantee. Well, it was like, it dropped to, like, in my opinion, like a 70-30 instead of like a 90-10.
Agreed fully. Those are good numbers I can agree with. I'm not going to try to pull out any of my own. I'm just going to say that Conestoga played with confidence, and at the end of the day, both games, actually, something I do actually really want to point out is both games, a timeout from Rajante.
Yeah.
Very important. Maybe it was the decider. Maybe it was.
Timeouts are, people may underestimate, I think they can't underestimate at this point, but people may underestimate timeouts. They're definitely important and important to be used correctly. The fact that we used one to kill momentum and it worked was very important. And then the second one was an oddity. And now it's not something we haven't seen before. We have seen the squad, when they get nervous, use a timeout. I don't think that would have been the case here. But, you know, maybe one of the players just needed a moment to think or breathe. Or again, maybe it was a fundamental thing that Rajante said, hey, there's a bad habit starting here. I just don't want that carrying forward. It could snowball in this series, and it could snowball against other teams. Don't do this. Or maybe it was just a single strat, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's one of those things that with Conestoga, every esports team, is that those coaches and that ability to have that person that you can talk to and call a timeout. I mean, it's Coach Hurd for Rocket League. It was Rajante for Valorant. It's a game changer at the end of the day, and I can't talk about any other school but Conestoga, but I know that our coaches, some of the best out there.
don't have anything to gauge that off, so I can't.
Nope, me neither. I just like being nice to our guys.
Okay, that's fair. Oh, I'm mean. Let's talk bad things about Coach Hurt again.
Oh yeah. Do you like his hair? Because I love his hair.
Yeah.
But if you're being mean,
I prefer it. I prefer it when it's covered up with poop, the poop hat.
That's so sad. That's so mean.
I don't know,
I'm sitting next to a bully right now, and Conestoga also did some bullying. We'll see what they can do moving forward, though.
Well, tomorrow we got more Valorant. Of course, our Academy squad is going to be hanging out at 8 p.m. So if you did like Valorant, make sure to join us for some more of that tomorrow. We've had both the squads, honestly, on quite often.
Yes, and then this is going to be a new squad. That's the Academy team, so I'm excited to watch that. Sadly, I won't be here casting it.
Where are you going?
Hell. It's spooky. It's spooky season. So
that's supposed to be on Friday or
Thursday?
No, well, I guess Wednesday. That's
Devil's Night.
Devil's Night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, not Tuesday. I guess I'm just going to my apartment where I'll be watching at home like the rest of you guys. So not seeing me tomorrow. You will see me Wednesday on, as we got more streams going forward throughout the week and lots to be excited about.
What's on Wednesday?
Wednesday is going to be esports. I don't know what
games. we got lots going on. Whenever it's between either, again, our Rocket League squads, Call of Duty squads, Valorant squads, and
CS2 Academy team. One of our better teams. It's been I don't think we've had CS2 at all this semester. So
no, we haven't.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think at this point we're safe to get out of here. Did you check to make sure all the ghouls are gone?
I think that there might be a zombie in the corner.
We also have to figure out how this spider made another spider out of its web. That is talented.
I didn't look at the spider too much. A little creeped out, but yes, that is a spider made of spider web. A quick thank you to our partners, of course, Conestoga College, Conestoga Students Incorporated, Nike, and Six Sigma. I assume that they wouldn't be happy knowing that we're covered in cobwebs right now.
Yeah, we got to get the cleaner in here. Let's go pet the cat, though. Let's get out of here. Thanks, guys, for joining. We'll see you next time. Get the cat.
Esports is for everybody. That's what makes this so special, where there's not a lot of barrier to entry. It's, do you have a passion for gaming? That's all it really takes. There's so many different things involved in this. It really does take that full team to make a successful event run. And that's what this program does. You got the lighting going on, you got the video capture going on, you got the whole production crew that are packaging this all together, you have the shoutcasting that's happening. We want to be, that pinnacle for esports. We want students to come here, learn from industry best, and launch their careers in esports. You have that new arena that's being built. To have that investment through the college, it proves a lot. We're invested in this. This can lead to something really big and something really neat and something that you're really invested in. It's a billion-dollar industry, and we really can't wait to see where this goes.